Hi, everybody. It's Gene Simmons, and you're not, and you're listening to the Potter Than Hell podcast with Steve, BC, BB, and Dylan. But you knew that, didn't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is your last stop on the crazy train of hard rock and heavy metal. So sit back, buckle in, and hang on. Here we go.
Hello, Potter Than Hellions. Welcome back to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is Steve, your host, and this week I'm joined by
BC.
And on keyboards,
Dylan.
And back once again, we have the Kiss Krew. We have
Rob.
and
Chris.
and
Scott.
welcome back, fellas. We got a what?
Thank you.
You good to be here?
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. We got a lot to talk about today, so we will start out saying, now, how's everybody doing? BC, and how you doing? Well, we know you got to go to work, so how are you making out?
Good. Loving it. Finally getting to listen to a lot more rock and roll lately, so it makes me feel better.
Excellent. Dylan, how about you?
I've been good. I'm kind of nursing a headache right now, but other than that,
Are you?
ship shape.
This ain't gonna fucking help you.
No, it's not. I took some ibuprofen, so hopefully I'll kick in
You
soon.
want a beer to wash you down with?
No, it's okay. Thanks.
Okay. Scott, how about you, buddy?
Doing well, a year older, hopefully wiser.
That's right. Happy birthday. Scott had a
you.
birthday the other day, and Rob had a birthday last week.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Thank
fellas.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rob, how about you? How's it going, buddy?
Pretty good. Yep, pretty awesome.
Pretty good. How about you, buddy?
I'm all right.
You all right?
Yeah.
All right. You look a little off tonight. You all right?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Just wondering. All right. Last Friday and Saturday, we went down, myself, Scott, Rob, Chris, and BB met us on Saturday. We went down to the, what was it, New Jersey Horror Con? Yep. And Peter Criss was there. He was there signing stuff and getting pictures Friday night and Saturday. And BB drove down to meet us on Saturday. I drove home with him. Scott drove down. Thank you once again for driving, Scott. Even though Scott drove so fast, part of his car fucking flew off on the Atlantic City Expressway.
True story.
We didn't know what the hell it was, and he just showed me now. I guess you guys found it out later on and coming home. But I had a good time. We had a good trip down. It was fun. Rob picked me up. We parked at Scott's. We picked up Granza here, and Scott and Rob, you've seen it before. You got to finally see Granza's Kiss Cave, right?
Yes, I did.
Rob's seen it
Very
before.
impressive.
Yep.
Very impressive.
Nice.
Yeah. That's
I give that an
Very
A plus.
nice, very
A
nice.
plus.
and it's funny because Rob's like, at least his is the first floor. Mine's down in the basement.
Yeah.
So
you can see it all the time. I got to go down to the basement.
Well, that makes it more of a cave.
True. True.
that is true.
Underground.
Pros and
That is
cons.
And he's got a lot more coin stuff than I do. That's all right. Though.
He does. But I like how they're so different, though.
Yes.
They're so different.
Yes, they're very
I have a
different.
lot
very
of
cool.
non-makeup.
You do have a lot of non-makeup,
I do.
which is
That-
also enjoyable.
That's my niche.
And actually,
That is your
Rob,
niche.
you videoed yours. It's on YouTube, right?
I did.
Do you remember what it is?
My Kiss Cave with a KISSKAVE, but with my in the beginning. I think I should just put Kiss Cave, but I believe it's My Kiss Cave.
What's it under? Like the name? What's your username or whatever? Do you remember?
Just my name, Rob Kelleher.
Okay.
Yeah.
So check it out, guys.
Okay, let's check it
There's
out.
a ton of cool shit there, and I think you should do the same, buddy.
And that's
Maybe you'll help me.
that's actually old. I've hung up a
I was
lot
gonna say
more
that was
shit
from a
since
while
I did
ago.
it.
That was
Yeah.
from a while ago.
And I have
We'll film an episode. Of
I only
Cribs.
suggest we'll direct this. We'll storyboard this whole fucking thing.
there we go.
Okay.
We'll get lighting.
We'll spell
you definitely
Chris
need more
also
lighting
with a
though, because
K.
it's kind of dark.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you got to light it up a little.
why it's
Just,
All right.
just so everybody
Just for
can
the video.
Just for the video.
Okay.
Then
You know
you
you
can,
like
then you
it
go
dark,
back to being a
but
fucking
for the
cave
video.
dweller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll do that. And actually, I've contributed to it as well.
We'll get the tungsten lights.
We can do that. We'll get a crew. We'll get a sound crew and everything.
Okay.
Light it
Yeah.
up.
So, and actually, we got to add shit to our Kiss Caves this weekend. Peter
Yes,
Criss was signing
indeed.
stuff, and we didn't do the pictures. We went down Friday, and we partied pretty fucking hard on Friday.
Pretty hardy.
We went to
Piccalillies.
Piccalillies. I was gonna say Piccadilly, but Piccalillies. Off the thing, then we went to
Irish pub.
the Irish pub. Oh, I always forget about the Irish pub. I forgot we went in there for a couple beers, and then Hard Rock,
Yeah.
Hard Rock.
Yeah.
and in the hotel in between.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we partied hardy, and it was probably 2:00 in the morning, and me and Rob were like, let's go have one more. Granza's walking on the hall. We're like, hey, let's go. He's like, just waving goodbye.
Goodbye.
He went
Was
to
that
bed.
2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I haven't seen 2 in months.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like 3:30 by the time like we were lights out.
We put in a full shift.
Yeah, it was a good shift. But we had a good time. And we talked to Bill, the guy's name was, right? That we saw on the boardwalk and we talked to the next day.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, Bill, we didn't catch your last name, but it was cool talking
Very
to you.
nice guy,
And he
yeah.
was at the thing the night before, and they said it was kind of a shit show,
Yeah.
organization-wise.
Peter was talking to everybody, so it dragged everything out. Another guy told me they didn't get out of there till midnight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Really?
That's rough.
That's what he said.
And I think it was
Because-
supposed to be over at like 10.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yep. But
think-
Peter
yeah, I think he was
started
signed at
chatting
7
Well, you know
with
what?
everybody.
He went through everybody, though.
Yeah.
At least, you know what I mean? He didn't say, fuck it, I'm going.
Right.
You know. Maybe that's why he's a little cranky the next day.
That's what I'm thinking,
bit.
because they said Friday he was very happy. He spoke with everybody. Saturday he was a little grouchy, didn't have a lot of conversation with people,
Yeah, he
moved you
was-
right along. I mean, everything flowed good, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, let's get into Saturday. So we get up in the morning. We weren't sure of the layout, what they were going to do. So we were literally maybe 20 people deep in line just to get into the festival or whatever, the
Convention.
event, the convention overall.
Right.
And then we literally, thank you once again, Scott grabbed the tickets. We paid him for the tickets. And then we literally got our wristbands and we went right and got in line.
Yeah.
There were
15.
15 people in front of us.
Exactly 15, because I
Fif-
counted
yeah,
the
there were,
chairs.
yep,
Yeah,
15
same.
people in front of us. So, and we took shifts.
Right.
Chris and I stayed back, and Scott and Rob went and got breakfast and stuff and checked shit out, and then we switched off.
Great idea.
You know, and
Great idea.
there's no sense of 4 of us standing in line like a bunch of fucking dopes. And so we did that, hung out, shot the shit with some people. There was a guy, what was that guy's name?
Joe Odell.
Joe Odell had a table there.
Yep.
They had the Kiss bikes next to him. Chris was wheeling and dealing with him.
Yeah.
With
With Joe.
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 And so
Worked out a deal.
Worked out a deal. We'll just leave the deal lay where it is.
Yeah.
The bikes were really
The
cool.
bikes
though.
were
were
very
cool.
cool. The
They were
bikes
much
were cool.
cooler in person than in pictures.
If it was electric, I would have probably.
but
put
they're a
down
lot
payment on it.
taller, a lot bigger.
Yeah, yeah.
With the big
They
balloon
were
tires
cool.
in the front.
And there's some electric bikes that are cheaper than those were.
yeah,
Actually.
That wasn't too bad.
It
I
was
think
$6.99, right, or $7.99?
Yeah, I think it was like $700.
Yeah.
$800. That's actually not too
They
bad.
were
for
kind
that
of cool.
bike.
They were cool. Though. They were cool. They
so
were well
much
built.
cooler
It wasn't
to
like
see it than
Yeah.
a picture.
Yeah.
The picture you think it's like a little like
Kid's bike.
a kid's bike, like a little BMX bike, but it was so much bigger.
It was.
That.
It was like an adult mountain bike.
Yeah,
pretty much.
it was.
Yeah. So that was cool.
It was cool.
And then Peter walked by. We were standing there. Peter walked by with his entourage. He walked by. He was looking a little rough. He was. I
looking
will
his age.
say that
Yep.
walking the old man walk.
Yeah.
But hey, he was there. It was
Right.
cool to see him. So we waited. So when he went by, we probably waited another hour.
Easy.
Easily
Yeah.
an hour, because I know we were in that
But they
room for
opened it-
45 minutes.
They opened it up at noon.
They did. They
Yeah.
did. So we waited
So-
in that room for probably good 45 minutes, and it was probably maybe an hour and 20 by the time. And I was the last one of us to go, and we all went through because I think.
But you know what? They opened it at noon, and we were in the horror convention by a little bit after 1 because we were waiting for Tracy Lords to come back.
Yeah,
So
she-
1:30. So
Yeah.
we weren't really in there that long.
No, we weren't. No. And it was nice. They had that part was. I thought it was well run.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And they
remember she went to lunch or whatever, and she was coming back at 1:30. So I'm like, wow, well, it's 1:15. We might as well wait the 15 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
Yeah. So we all got our pictures signed, our album signed. I want to say that mine was the last personalized one that he did.
yeah, because he started complaining.
Although I do have 2 complaints about mine. He signed my Dress to Kill album. He signed his name over Paul.
Right.
And he spelled my fucking. How do you spell Steve wrong?
Yeah.
He fucking spelled my name wrong on the solo album.
S-E.
SETVE or something. I'm like,
Set
you
V.
fucking kidding me?
Good old set V.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then I said, hey Peter, you're looking good. I lied a little bit to him. He wasn't looking great, but I'm making conversation. And he said, yeah. He said I broke a couple ribs. I guess he said he ran into a coffee table or something.
Oh, he did tell you that?
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
somebody else said I heard he broke some ribs.
Yeah, he did. He said he
Wow.
broke a couple ribs. He ran into a coffee table the other day, and He said it's healing up and stuff. So I chit-chatted with him, for however long you do for him to sign 4
He
albums.
was walking gingerly by us.
That's why he was.
That's
walking
probably why.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
'cause he was kind of had a.
Hey,
little
I'll
bit
tell you
of a
what. You break
shuffle.
some ribs or crack some
Oh, yeah,
ribs,
it's hurting,
it
yeah.
fucking hurts to even breathe.
Yeah.
Even sneeze, that's a friggin' new experience in fucking pain. But I mean, it was cool, and it was well run because you when they called you up, they took you up one at a time. They said how many things you got, what do you got, what do you want. You go, you pay for it, and then there's a girl there with the markers. What do you want him to sign these with? And if you
color
wanted a
do you want?
personalization, you wrote it down on a card and gave it to him.
Yeah.
Which I write terrible, but I wrote it very neat.
They rewrote mine.
STEVE.
Oh, so you even had it written
Yes.
for him.
Yes.
They had it written for
But
me.
she was telling him.
Right.
Yeah.
And he got a little confused. Whatever. So I guess mine's, I'm gonna have to go to court and change my fucking name now.
Set fee right.
Set me.
That
might stick.
That was like
Set
are
me.
you kidding me? That was like in the Rockin' Pod, Brian Chapman.
Chapman, yeah. But they, as soon as he signed your thing, there was someone taking. They said, okay, this guy's got 4 things.
Yeah.
And so they were ready. They took, as soon as he signed it, they took your thing away. They took it to a table. They fanned him dry so that you didn't get
Multiple
anything.
people drying
multiple people
them.
drying
Yeah.
them. It was run very well in that respect. And like I said, it was probably
Jason Herndon was.
one of the
drying.
guys there doing that. Andy Moyen was the guy bringing the people in, like right at the gate when they took you into that room.
It was well
It
run.
was
Yeah.
well organized.
It was.
Yeah,
It was. There was no issues.
Yeah, I thought it was run
They were very.
rather well.
They communicated very well.
They did, and I think that maybe that they kind of like had a little meeting before and said, "Listen, we need to not
We got to hurry along.
chit chat so
Yeah.
much." But it was still a lot more than you get at a lot of other quote
Signings.
meet and greet and signings and shit like that. It's not just, hey, what's up, boom, sign your name, look like a dope and just fucking pass it along. It wasn't that. It was good. Good to see Peter. They had the drum set behind him, behind a curtain.
I didn't see it.
I saw it when I
It
was
was
standing
there.
there waiting to go in. It was right there, right in front of you.
Yeah.
You had to kind of look to your left.
Yeah, and they had his Dynasty costume with all the furs and all that shit on a mannequin there. That was cool as well to see. And so I mean it was good. What do you think overall, Scott?
No, I thought it was great. I mean, we had a good time. Like you said, well run. My only minor complaint too, he signed my Love Gun cover over Ace. But besides that, besides that, no complaints. I mean, it was great to see him, and he did get to personalize mine. He spelled my name right.
That's good.
And I got that Lynn D'Alessio print was fantastic. That was
Yeah, he was there too. They had his
Yeah.
pictures as well.
Right.
I got one the time before, so I had again. What did you think, Granza?
I loved it. It was the first time I ever met him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I
second.
don't remember
second
seeing
for me.
him at the conventions years ago.
That was about 5 or 6 years ago.
No, he means the New York Kiss convention, Kiss Expos.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kiss
He was
Expo.
at the
Oh.
In
he was
Jersey.
at Fairleigh Dickinson one, and we were there, and he was up.
He
in
was
that,
up
that
in that-
booth,
up in
but
like
he
a
came down
booth.
and signed
Yeah.
stuff too, because I got his autograph there.
Yeah.
That was back before he was charging. I think he just got in line and he signed
Yeah,
it.
that was before anybody was charging for
Right,
for
yeah.
autographs.
Right.
What do you think overall, Rob?
I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. The only thing that kind of threw me off a little bit when we were in the other room where all the horror committee celebrity people were, and that poor lady from Australia was looking through her
I was
albums,
just going to say that if you
looking
didn't.
through her help, and Peter signed. Now Gene sometimes will sign by Peter or by his head or on Peter. Well, Peter signed exactly over Gene's name.
Oh.
And it was the same silver marker, so you couldn't even read Gene's name no more.
You couldn't
It
read either
just
one.
Scribbled. And she was so upset. She's like, now,
It was her son's album.
It was her son's, but she had like 6 or 7 different things signed. Plus, she got stuff signed the night
She
before.
did both days.
So I asked her, I said, did you fly in just for these autographs? And she said, yeah, I sure did. And she was going to see Alice too that night. But she said, my son is going to be so heartbroken that he scribbled on top of Gene's name. He couldn't have moved it over. She said, I even showed him where to sign it, but he scribbled right on top of Gene's name, where Gene signed his name. That's just wrong.
That's heartbreaking because
Yeah.
that is irreplaceable.
I know.
Love Gun signed by everybody, and then
And then he signs on
and
top of
she
it.
literally, like you said, she literally flew from Australia just for that.
Yeah. But we've heard issues.
That sucks.
We've heard issues like this before.
Well, that happened with me the
where
first
he gets
time that we
pissed
did it
off about
because
Gene signing
when I
close
had
to
him sign my first Kiss album, and he didn't even notice. He did
Right.
not even notice because Gigi said, "Look at this asshole," and I'm like, I didn't know. I thought she was first talking about me.
Yeah.
And Peter was like, what? He goes, Gene signed where you should be signing.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh yeah, he's a fucking asshole. Like literally, he didn't even notice until she said something.
I know. Just move it over a
So
little
just
bit.
like,
just
get the fuck over it. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's some friction
he's
there.
He's still a little bitter.
He's a little salty yet. He's a little salty. So we had an awesome time doing that. I would do it again. It was a great hang. And then the last thing I'll say about this, because I know BC's gotta rock out of here soon. We went to the Hard Rock after just kind of walk around and shit. And they had a dueling piano thing going on there. But it was cool because they had a drummer. They had a drummer, and it was fucking fantastic, right? So we ate in a booth. So then when it was done, we kind of just went to one of those stand-up bars, and the four of us stood there watching the band for the rest of the show.
Because it caught our attention when we were leaving, because we were on our way out.
So the one piano player goes, oh, yeah, he goes, yeah, we got the guys from the band here, and I heard him say that, but I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. There was a Led Zeppelin tribute band that played in the Hard Rock that night. And he thought that the four of us was the fucking Led Zeppelin band. Because literally, they got done, and he literally walked right up to us and asked us if we were the Led Zeppelin band. We're like, no, we're just watching.
We should have rolled with it.
So, thank you. I know. But it was one of them things like, what?
Yeah.
Because I heard him say that, and I'm thinking, okay, well, they're up at the bar or whatever, you know what I mean? And he said that then as soon as he, last note, you fucking came right over.
Yeah.
But he was cool. We talked to him for probably half an hour.
Yeah.
Shooting the shit with him, so it was cool. So that's all I got for that. And before we get going, last week we had Tom from Shout Out Loudcast on. We did our Metallica episode. BC and Dylan, you were here for that. What did you think about that, BC?
Oh, I love that. Metallica, I mean, how can you pick, what did we pick, 10 or 2 bonus?
Yep.
I mean, seriously, there's so many good tunes from Metallica. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Old school Metallica.
It was a lot of fun. I love talking about Metallica, and we all had such different picks as well. Maybe a couple of crossovers, but for the most part, we really went all over the place, and it was really cool hearing everybody's thoughts on it and seeing what they came up with. So, and it's always great having Tom on.
Yeah, it was awesome having Tom on. We hadn't had Tom on for a while. It was good to shoot the shit with him again. I mean, I shoot the shit with him every day on our text group and stuff, but it's cool to have him back on the podcast. And what I liked about that episode was everybody had a different approach of how they did their list, and I think that's how we had such diversity in the songs. Like you said, there were only a couple crossovers, so that was great having Tom back. Tom, thank you for coming back on. And all right, before we get going into this episode, we'll talk about this last thing that I'm talking about after BC goes. We'll talk about it at the end, just for time-wise for BC because he's got to go to work this evening. And what have you been listening to? BC, how about you? Since you got time to listen to music now, what do you got going, buddy?
I nothing really too new. I picked up the new Dream Theater, the one I showed you that they're coming out with another one yet again. It's pretty cool. It has like some demos from back in the day with different vocalists.
Oh, yeah?
From before they picked
James LeBrie.
Thank you. Before they picked James, there's like 6 songs on there with three other guys.
Oh, that's cool.
And then some just instrumentals. It's 2 CDs, really cool. And of course, I'm still checking out the Megadeth and New Lil and Axe, and of course, Municipal Waste. I can't get that out of there. I cannot get that out of the player. I love it. I'm surprised.
How about you, Granza?
What am I listening to? It all depends, really. I've been hitting the Kiss records in the morning walk. Other than that, really not much. Other than some fantasy football radio and stuff like that. Now the football season's back.
All right.
You know?
Scotty.
For me, a couple things. So first of all, the new Off the Soundboard live from Des Moines Kiss show. Been definitely tuning that in. It's been great.
We're going to talk about that later.
Okay, we will. And I did hear the new Ozzy, which, by the way, I heard his first #1 album ever.
Yes.
To Ozzy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
#1 on the Billboard 200.
Congratulations, Ozzy. It's about time that nothing on him, but about time that enough people checked it out.
Sure. Wow. Yep. But those are mine too.
Okay. Rob, what do you got?
I've been doing Off the Soundboard 2 of the newest one just to check it out to see what it sounds like. And it's
I did.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it
We
later.
got it.
I just
That little Union, I already talked to you about this. I've been listening to the Into the Blue Room or In the Blue Room or whatever the hell the Blue Room thing is.
Blues Blue Room.
I like it. It's not definitely but I actually like that one better than the other one. I'm enjoying that a lot.
Skidoo, you can too.
And I do have to get the live one in the Galaxy or something like
Live
that.
in the Galaxy.
I don't have that.
They didn't release that on vinyl yet, though.
I have to check that out.
Yeah.
Is it? I wonder if it's on.
You can
if
probably
it's downloadable. Like if it's.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not
Spotify
sure.
and stuff.
I'm not sure.
I'll have to check
Awesome
that
version of Jungle on that.
Nice.
Dylan, what do you got?
I was listening to Clutch's new album, Sunrise on Slaughter Beach. Very good. Cool album cover. Awesome heavy opener. I think it's a cool return to form with the band. It's been a long time between albums for them because I think it's the longest gap that they've had. But it's good seeing them back. They're a great band. BC, I know you like Clutch, but I would recommend it. Very good.
All right. They're a band you can hear like 2 notes and you know it's Clutch.
Yeah.
All right, for me, new House of Lords album came out last week, Saints and Sinners. Very good. Right along of how they've been going for the last couple of years. A lot of good stuff on there. Still James Christian and Jimmy Bell is the guitar player, who's also the guitar player in Autograph. New Ozzy, still rocking to that. Freaking love it. The new Shiraz Lane album, Forgotten Shades of Life, it's called. Very good. And my boy Smith Consa, they put out a new live EP.
Yep, that's right.
It's called Better Days and Nights Live, and really good. I don't know if you guys have ever checked them out. Check it out, Smith Kotzen, Adrian Smith from Maiden, and Richie Kotzen. Fucking fantastic.
Just instrumentals? Or?
No. It's all no. They both sing. They both play
really?
lead. It's fucking fantastic. Wow. So that's what we got going this week. BC's got a little Dream Theater, Megadeth, Lillian Axe going. Scotty's got new Ozzy and the soundboard. Granza's got some Kiss on his walks and a little fantasy football radio. Rob's got the soundboard and Union in the Blue Room or whatever that's called. Sorry, Bruce. And Union guys. And Dylan's got Clutch, Sunrise on Slaughter Beach. And myself, little Ozzy, House of Lords, Shiraz Lane, Smith Kotzen. All right, so now we're going to get into this episode. I told these guys, I said, usually we will do the albums or something like that, but I wanted to do something different. So you guys got a little taste of it the other day. We're using the wheel.
Okay.
We're using the wheel. Rob will be going first. We picked everybody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin the wheel.
All right.
And make a deal.
I'm going to spin the wheel, and then whatever album comes up, it's your album. Tell us about it. How you got into it. What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? We'll have a little quick roundtable discussion on random Kiss albums.
Okay.
I like it.
It's that
The
simple.
Kiss Russian Roulette.
All right, so we're going to spin
One
the
pull
wheel.
of the trigger is all you're going to
I
get.
wonder if we can... Hang on.
The deck is loaded, and I like what I
wonder if you
see.
can hear the wheel spinning.
You're going to lose it all eventually.
No, we can't hear the wheel spinning. Oh, Rob gets Sonic Boom right off the bat. You can use your phone.
Oh,
I don't even know if it's on the phone.
God.
I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, I don't even know what's on it. Oh,
Thank God he got that one. You can't do them twice, right? That's what's off the table. Let's see.
No.
That's such a good album.
Dylan, as we do these, Dylan's going to look up like the release date for them.
Okay.
He didn't know that till right now.
You didn't know this right now.
Sonic Boom, I'll just give a preface for it. First album with Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer. I think it came out in 2011 or 2009, one of them two, I think.
It's 9.
2009.
Yep,
Walmart
it was
exclusive.
October 6th, 2009.
I remember going to Walmart that day, picking it up. I'll talk
remember.
about it when Rob gets it going.
I wish we
Hi,
grabbed
Rob.
the vinyls.
Oh, wait. This is a playlist. Not even the album. Hang on.
First
why the
in
hell I
11
didn't?
years. I think I'm one of the few people that like legitimately very much enjoys that album.
I love Paul's songs.
I think Gene's songs are way better on that.
Well, I think you're fucking nuts. No offense. Oh yeah, I'm gonna offend you. You're nuts.
Like
That's
dangerous. No, it's Rob.
yeah, let's let
talk
Rob
about-
at least start it.
It's not on streaming.
Not. No
No.
wonder why I
Here's
Yeah.
the songs.
Here
you go.
Yeah.
Okay, Modern
Just
Day
keep moving
Delilah. Love that song. That's a good one. Russian Roulette. It's all right. Never Enough. It's all right. Yes, I Know. Nobody's Perfect. Don't like that. Stand. It's okay. Hot and Cold. It's okay. All for the Glory. That's a skipper. Dangerous. It's okay.
Danger you.
I'm an
Danger
Animal.
me.
Not so
Danger us.
good. When lightning strikes, nope, not so good. Say yeah. I'm so tired of them doing that live. I want to just walk away and go to the bathroom every time I hear it. There's my list.
Rob says no to say yeah.
Wow.
Well, what's your history with it? What's your overall thoughts?
I was
Come on.
excited when it came out, and then when it came out and I put it on, I was like, oh. But I'll tell you this, I like it better than Monster. I think I have to listen to it more to really get into it, but it's much better songs than Monster. Much, in my opinion, much better songs than Monster.
All right, Granza, you're humming over there. What do you got? What do you got?
Honestly, I like all Paul's songs, Gene's songs. They're all everything else
They're so
on the
soft,
album is horrible. Dangerous is probably one of my favorite Paul tunes. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's
The Delilah is fantastic. All the Paul songs are good. Everything else, it should have been an EP. There, I said it.
a Paul EP.
You can roll your eyes all you want.
I'll get to it, but it's my turn.
Yeah.
Well, how did you get it? Like when as soon as it came out, were you
I got
like
it.
that excited
I
about
got
it?
I got it at Walmart when it came out, and I know they had the M&Ms there and all that other stuff. So
Shit that we should have bought that we didn't
Yeah,
fucking buy, like the vinyl.
yeah, I don't know if they had the vinyl there when I was there though. I don't think they had it at all Walmart.
Oh, it was only through Kiss Online.
Yeah.
I remember getting.
But
the
they
CD.
had the CD there.
Yeah.
I still have the CD.
Yep.
All right, Scott, talk
Actually,
some
I got-
sense into these guys.
Actually, I got
Okay,
two CDs.
I am a
another one.
big fan of Soundboard, by the way. I think it was,
Trade.
you know, it was better. Honestly, it was better than I thought it would be. I was pleasantly surprised by this album. I do like the songs. I like All for the Glory When Lightning Strikes. I think they're pretty good. I mean, I do. I like them. The guitar playing from Tommy Thayer actually was really good. The solo on Modern Day Delilah is fantastic. I did buy it at Walmart the day it came out.
Yep.
And I think it came with. Didn't that come with the bonus songs of the?
It came with the
the
re-release.
Guitar Hero
Yeah.
stuff. Whatever.
But
they
it
did.
came with a live thing too, didn't it?
Yeah, there was a live DVD
It was a
live in
live
Buenos
In
Aires.
Buenos
Oh,
Aires
yeah,
was
yeah,
in there
yeah.
too. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they
River Plate.
re-recorded the Kiss classics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think of
That
those?
was in there.
Yep.
I like
3
some
discs.
of them. They
Son
don't
of a gun.
They don't ruin them, but I think they re-recorded them in case they want to use them for movies
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Because
so
they don't
they
own
don't
the
have
rights
to-
to them.
Re-up the
Yeah.
rights, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't listened to them in a while.
Hotter Than Hell is super slow, that version.
I will say this too. That tour was fantastic. That 2009 tour was great. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought that was really
They
good.
played montage for that, right?
They did, and they released USBs of all of
Yes.
the and you could buy it at the show and get the USB.
Oh,
of
was
your
that
show.
the Instant Live one?
They did a couple
Yeah.
of them. They did it for a couple of years.
It was because we went to Hershey to see it. I got front row for Hershey.
Yeah. That was the Alive 35 tour.
Yeah,
or
Alive
no,
30.
it turned into the 40th or something
Yeah.
like that, right? Or am I thinking of two different ones?
And
I don't know. They toured so much and
Yeah,
called them
maybe I'm
different things. Same
Those were the
outfits and
original
shit.
soundboard recordings.
Right.
Yeah. Those were 2004, the original ones, I think.
No, I know. Yeah.
Right. But I like the Gene songs too. I do. I think a couple of them were recycled tunes. Like the one was something like a demo that he just reworked. But I think a Hot and Cold was reworked. But it was good. It was something old from the 70s. But I dug it. I think it was really good. Never Enough sounds a little bit like Nothing But a Good Time. But you know, that's my only slight complaint. But
It's literally nothing but a good time.
I don't hear that.
I don't either.
Just like when they
I don't
ripped
either.
off I'm 18 with Dreamin'.
That you do. That you definitely do.
I don't hear that.
You don't hear that?
No, I hear a
Get your
masterpiece.
fucking ears straight.
I hear
On what song?
Dreaming.
I like Dreaming.
Dreamin's
That's
good,
what you
but
are
it's
doing
I'm
is
18.
fucking dreaming. Holy fuck.
I didn't come here to be insulted.
Yes, you did. You know you did.
That-
See, this is what BB
I
loves.
call him a
He's
little
missing
prick,
it.
but he ain't that fucking little.
But real quick, and I'll just finish
Okay.
it. Real quick. Good memories too. I think they were all over the place. They were on Good Morning America. They were on.
Yeah.
They pushed it pretty hard.
Jimmy
hyping it
Kimmel.
up
They were
pretty
on.
good.
They were everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was.
I do like it. It just it's just Gene songs could be better. You're right. You're right about that.
What do you think, BC?
Oh yeah, I mean I remember this coming out, and of course you're excited. I mean, but it starts off Modern Day Delilah. That's a good one. After that, it's okay.
Right.
Nothing.
That's how I'm at.
Nothing blew you away.
Right.
But good tunes.
All right, I'll go then. I'll let Dylan go. I liked it. I went down the day it came out. I worked the night shift, and I went down the next morning. I picked it up. I went right from the firehouse right down to Walmart. I literally I opened the CD in my vehicle, put the CD in, and I didn't move my vehicle till I got all the way through it. And literally the very like when Modern Day Delilah got through, and I think I had heard it but not really listened to it. You know what I mean? And my very first thought was, holy fuck.
This rocks.
Tommy's out acing Ace.
Whoa.
On the solo on that song.
Right.
Tone-wise, style-wise. And that was what struck me off the bat real good. Modern Day Delilah is fucking fantastic.
Great song.
It's like a modern day I Stole Your Love.
Yes.
For me, kind of. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's got that vibe, that quick. I love that quick, fast Kiss start, and it's not even really like fast Kiss. It's probably 3/4 tempo, but it's good. It's really good.
It's good because Paul wrote it.
Russia Roulette. I think that song is fucking fantastic. Love it. Never Enough is kick ass. Yes, I know nobody's perfect. I like that one too. Stand is fucking terrible. Stand blows. The chorus sucks ass.
Look over your shoulder.
Yeah.
When you need me.
You need me. Totally. Oh,
All right,
God,
Michael
just
Jackson.
fucking. Hot and Cold. Remember they did that on the one Kiss Cruise, and it was more cold than hot.
It was very cold.
That was a negative.
It was
that was
chilly.
a no. All for the Glory. That's what the
okay.
acapella thing in the beginning, right?
No, that's Eat Your Heart Out.
Oh, that's on the next album. That's on Monster. This one is.
It's okay.
They're like, let's have Eric sing
yeah.
a song. His voice is good for a good singing voice. Dangerous, it's okay at best.
I like that.
Granza, sorry, I'm not saying that just to get your ass. I mean a little bit, but it's okay. I'm an Animal. That didn't go over good live either. They played that live for a little bit, and that didn't go over live.
That's a skip.
At the end, I'm Gene. I'm like, we know you're Gene. Just play something fucking different. Go back to God of Thunder, for God's sake. When Lightning Strikes, I don't mind that. I like the solos in it. When they did that live, I thought it was good. I would rather see them play When Lightning Strikes than fucking Shock Me with Tommy.
I agree.
Yeah,
I would rather
yeah.
see that. You
What
know what I mean?
about
Why
Out of
does he
This
have to
World?
sing about lightning or space?
Out of This
or
World is
something?
good too. I don't mind. Actually, I like Out of This World better than Lightning Strikes.
I don't like the way that
Say-
he focuses on Midnight Rocket. Like he really
Yeah, like
hits the
okay,
hard
you're the
T.
spaceman, so you got to sing about lightning or rockets
That's
or something
the part
like that.
that.
That's
Yeah.
I don't like.
You know,
That's what I don't
that's
like.
they put him in a box.
Yeah.
and as if people didn't bust his balls enough at
I
the time.
know.
They got to have him
That's
sing
what-
these songs.
The
They
song is
put-
good, but he could, he
They just
should have did.
They locked him
something
in that
else.
fucking box.
The
Yes.
replaceman.
That's why
It's
it
like
bothers
was it the Triangle of Solitude where they put Zod and the two people in the Superman thing and they send them out in the fucking
Phantom
thing?
Zone.
The
Okay.
Phantom Zone. That's what they did with Tommy.
Yes,
Remember that?
they
They put him
locked
in
him
that
in.
triangle thing and they send him to
Yes.
space. That's what they did with Tommy.
He was locked in.
What is it called though?
It's the Phantom Zone. You're thinking of the Fortress of Solitude.
Okay,
which
no,
is Superman's
that's not
thing.
what they were.
Yeah,
So
Phantom Zone.
The
is
Phantom
where they're
Zone.
put
So
it.
they put Tommy in the Phantom Zone. Okay, I knew that wasn't it, but it was the only thing I could think of.
Mm-hmm.
And Say Yeah. I mean, guys, just play something different live.
Stop it, all right. Stop
It's-
playing that song.
it's-
They do it on the cruise. They do it live in concert. They
But
gotta
I don't
stop.
know. Why don't they play Modern Day Delilah instead of this?
Yes.
You can't
Why?
hit that note. That's why.
They can make another tape. I don't care.
You're making their tape.
Seriously.
Whoa! What'd you say?
They can make another tape
What kind of tape?
to help them with the vocals.
All right. We'll save that for another podcast.
Yeah, I'm just saying. They could do that song. Why Say Yeah?
It's not even a good song.
It's a great song.
It's terrible.
Your ass.
I like the pre-chorus.
It may be good, but it's overplayed,
I think
and
the
it's,
chorus,
and it's
That's what it is.
Yeah.
the part
not.
that, like,
It
gets
does not
annoying.
come off great.
The rest of the song is fine.
Yeah.
The only part is cool is the
Right,
at the end is cool. I like that. Yeah. All right, Dylan, what do you got for Sonic Boom?
Well, this was kind of the first Kiss album that I was able to actually enjoy as like a unique experience, because the other Kiss album, like Psycho Circus, came out in '98, so I was 4 years old.
Yeah,
So that
you
was
won't
like this was
remember
the
that.
first studio album that I was able to actually, digest as myself and listen to it and on myself, and I really have a connection to it. I really enjoyed it. Like Modern Day Delilah is still one of my favorite Kiss songs. I love Yes I Know Nobody's Perfect. The harmonies on that are fantastic, and Gene's very fun in it. He's got that no, not me. Yeah, it's fun. I thought it was a really fantastic comeback for them. I liked listening to the covers album as well. I really vibed with that. But I have kind of a stronger connection with this album because it was like the first time I was able to experience Kiss through my own self, and because I was really getting into them with the Kissologies. I would watch all those, and then they came out with this album, and I'm like, ooh, new Kiss. I wonder what that's going to sound like, and I was very excited. So this is an album that means a lot.
I think the main thing for me is I like it because it's only them. There's no outside writers. Right. There's no one playing, Paul's not playing bass on this and Tommy's not playing bass on that. You know what I mean? I like that it's just the band.
Yes.
That it's only Kiss. Yeah. That's I think the main takeaway for me on that. And I like it. And I honestly think there's no perfect Kiss album. And I mean, this is not one of them.
Yes, I know.
I don't think there is one perfect Kiss. And for me, there's not one perfect Kiss album. And this one misses it by a couple songs too. But I like it. And it's good to every now and then just go back and listen to it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not something I'm throwing on like I'm throwing on Love Gun or the first album or something like that. But it's a good something just to throw on here or there.
Yeah.
One other thing I just wanted to add. I think it's a little too, they call it brick-walled. That's the one thing.
Yeah,
see, I don't get that. I don't hear that shit.
Oh, I do. It's like distorted, right?
There was the wall of sound, during
stuff
that
of like
part,
that is you can only listen to it at a
certain.
certain volume, then it sounds like total shit.
Because Death Magnetic came out in 2009 as well, and that was also the wavelengths were super compressed.
So we talked about that with the Vapor Trails album too. I don't know. Maybe my ears are that fucked that I don't really know much of a difference.
Is it when you're listening to it really loud? You mean, or
you turn? It just distorts. Like you turn it up a certain volume, and it just.
I'm gonna have to try that.
What platform are you listening to on a CD?
They say CD pretty much everything. That's how it translates to whatever.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That needs a remaster.
I could see if it's.
They're gonna go remaster it like Vapor Trails.
Yeah, I think they were trying to overcompensate for how 70s records were so low compared to today. So they were trying to overcompensate
to boost it
and boost it, and also trying to be we're the loudest because they're the hottest band in the world. The loudest band. Louder
right.
than hell.
BC, I'm gonna let you press the spin button for your album. Go ahead. Spin.
Carnival Souls. Oh, it almost
Revenge!
Was.
There you go, BC, Revenge.
What
do you got for Revenge? There you go.
Love. I remember this came out, we got it. I don't know if I was with you or when we got it. I don't know. I remember putting it on. It was like, bam. I'm like, oh, this is what Kiss should be sounding like. The look of the album.
I think we were.
And we just put this on. It's like, oh, and just everything about this. I love the look of them. They had that good look. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying guys are good looking, but they had a good look. The music-wise was heavier, which I was totally into. This album just totally blew me away. I mean, from the opening song of Unholy, where you got the Take It Off. I will agree with Granza on this one. Paul Stanley sounded good on this album. The only one I could do without, maybe because it's probably just played too much, is God Gave Rock Rodeo. I think it's because they just play it constantly.
Okay.
What do you got for Revenge, Granza?
May 19th, 1992.
May 9th. It came out on your birthday.
No wonder it was great. Did we song what? November?
I absolutely love Revenge. I love the look. I love the sound. I thought that was probably at their peak of the non-makeup, even though it's not my favorite non-makeup record and not my favorite non-makeup lineup. I think it just, everything connected, and it was just, from start to finish, I think it was a great record. I liked it from day one. Plus, I saw the club tour for that one before they went on tour. I saw the club one. And the tour was awesome, too.
Nice.
Yeah, at the Ritz, New York City.
Wow, I heard that was really good.
Well, I was there. I'm telling you, it was good.
All right.
We kind of believe you.
All right.
Straight from the horse.
What do you got for Revenge, Dylan? A little younger point of view here.
Revenge is an album that really surprised me when I first listened to it because I was so used to Kiss, hearing Love Gun Kiss and Rock and Roll Over, the original album, and it was such a departure from what I had heard from the band, going forward, that it really shocked me. I mean, Unholy as an album statement song, that opener is such a strong this is a different new try era for the band that we're gonna go heavier, but then they still have that melodic sensibility. Revenge is fantastic. It has a lot of songs that I go to constantly. Thou Shalt Not's fantastic. Unholy, of course. I love Car Jam 81 as a tribute to Eric Carr. I think it's a fantastic tribute to Eric Carr. I Just Wanna's great. Domino. Like, these are all songs that are fantastic, and they translate really well to Unplugged as well, I thought, and Alive 3. Like, these are heavy songs, and they played them heavy, so it was cool to see that portion of the band instead of doing kind of the 80s like stuff that they were doing with like Crazy Nights. It was more like radio friendly, but then they went heavier with this, so I thought that was a really cool change of pace for them. So Revenge is definitely a top album for me from Kiss.
Scott.
Yeah,
I know you're a Revenge guy.
I am, and it's a funny story. I was a senior in college when this album came out, so really good memories here. I was actually working college radio, and the CD single came out to radio stations before it came out everywhere else. And I was blown away when Unholy came out, because it was released, if you guys remember, before the album came out. And I think MTV did a Headbangers Ball before.
World premiere.
Yeah.
Right, before it came out. So as soon as I heard that, I'm like, this is awesome. They're back. Well, mostly Gene is back. Because Gene was kind of doing Hollywood stuff, and I thought his stuff was kind of subpar compared to the Paul stuff. In the 80s, 90s, he's like, I thought it was great. The video was cool. It was black and white. It was kind of, like you said, kind of that street look from Kiss instead of they got rid of the glam look. And the tour was fantastic. I got to see the opening night in Stabler Arena. And it was the longest show they ever played, 27 songs to this day. So it was really awesome. Great memory, great album. And Bob Ezrin did a great job. The production on that album is flawless, I think. I mean, you hear every instrument clearly. The vocals are great. The harmonies are great. Like, you could tell. And I guess he put him through boot camp again, because like they said he was really tough on him.
And no kids to be found in the album.
No kids, yeah, no extracurricular children there. Yeah, and for me, and I do think that me and BC did get this together and threw it in the. Of course, we had two copies. That wasn't one where we were gonna get it and burn it and give the other guy a copy. You needed your own copy, so we threw it in there. We went. Well, we would do that. We would just go for an album. Like, he'd say, "Hey, I'm coming up for you." He'd pick me up. We'd throw whatever in. We've done that with a ton of albums, but we actually went to pick this one up together. BC's birthday. I might have bought yours for your birthday. We were there, maybe. Now that I'm thinking about it, but I had heard Unholy before, because they did do the premiere for Unholy on MTV. I remember I stayed home that night. I made sure I was home to watch that motherfucker, and I was like, holy shit! Like, you never expected a Gene song to lead off a Kiss album,
Right.
Especially since had he ever? I don't think so, right? I think it was the first, like, totally unusual. Besides Kiss Alive when they do Deuce.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
So it was cool, because now it was like you see them. They had the darker look, and the solo, Bruce playing the friggin' Flying V. Fucking the solo was fucking absolutely killer. Still one of his best solos. Absolutely fits the song. Take It Off. We went to see the tour. They brought the strippers out and shit. Fucking fantastic. We were right on the rail in Binghamton for the show. BC, I made sure he blocked his eyes for the whole fucking when the strippers are out there. Tough Love is okay for me. Spit is good. God Gave Rock and Roll to You gets too. I hate that preachy shit. That's a skipper for me. Domino. Kiss does ZZ Top, if you will.
About a million size, predicament.
It's okay though. I like it's got a good groove to it. And Heart of Chrome is a friggin' Paul fantastic song. Thou Shalt Not. I know it's a favorite of Rob's. It's got such a cool, heavy fuck you feel to it, and fantastic. Every time I look at you, give me Forever Any Day. I hate that song. I was so pissed when they did it on Unplugged instead of Forever, because it would have went over better. But that was Paul trying to sell his stuff at the time. Paralyzed is pretty good. I Just Wanna is really good. I Just Wanna is a cool song. People are like, oh, it's corny with I Just Wanna Fuck. you know what? Whatever. It's a great song. I fucking love
Great
it.
live too.
And as you guys know, I've said it many times, I'm not a huge fan of the Car Jam 81. I think they could have did something better, but it's better than doing nothing.
Thanks for coming on, BC.
BC's got to go. BC, I'm glad you got revenge in.
All right.
See you, buddy. Have a safe
buddy.
shift. And
Yeah,
He
be
will
safe,
have his
man.
revenge.
Especially Revenge, I think Paul and Gene's vocals were spot on.
Yeah.
Sounded great,
absolutely, the whole band sounded great.
Sounded
They
great.
were firing on all cylinders.
and live it was even.
Live was
Even better.
Fucking tour was
I
fantastic.
thought it was great that they named it after
All right,
their favorite
be safe, BC. See
Nirvana
ya.
song. Francis Farmer will have her revenge on Seattle.
What?
I wish they released Spit.
Yeah.
As a single?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. That's the only part that I don't like in that song.
Yeah.
I think that would have been at the time. That would have been. It reminds me of an AC/DC tune. I think we talked about this on the way down, didn't we?
I like it.
I think Heart of Chrome would have been a better single than
Heart of
than
Chrome.
Spit.
Heart of
I think
Chrome,
Heart of
for
Chrome
sure.
would have been a good one. But I mean, they released Unholy, they released God Gave Rock and Roll to You, Domino, and I Just Wanna. So there's 4 singles from this album. So they
Good
And-
picks,
and
too.
everything.
they
Time I look at
they
you.
pushed it pretty
They pushed
good.
it.
They really did push it
Yeah,
pretty
every time I
good.
look
They
at
released
you,
every time I look at you.
Yeah,
too.
they
did.
yeah.
They did.
They should release Take It Off and Thou Shalt Not on the other side. That would have been a good one.
Rob, what do you got for Revenge?
I absolutely love this album. This is my favorite non-makeup album. Lick It Up being the close runner-up.
Okay.
Awesome. I love every song on here. And I can handle God Gave Rock and Roll to You. It was in Bill and Ted's thing.
Yep, Bogus Journey.
And everyone, even the Eric Carr drum thing. I know it's from a while ago, but it's awesome. I love everything about it. And they got nasty. Gene got his ass back in the camp, and it was just, I don't know. It was just blew me away, and I still love it to this day, and I listen to it often.
You know, and one thing too is some people consider like Revenge to be like a failure
What?
because the tour didn't do. I guess apparently Hot in the Shade tour did better than Revenge tour, but you know what? I mean, I can speak for the show we were at in Binghamton. I thought the place was friggin' jammed.
Stabler Arena was jammed as
You know,
well.
we were packed to the front,
Yeah.
And regardless, I don't care what like people say. You know the lyrics are corny, this and that. It's Kiss, people. It's fucking Kiss.
It's rock and roll.
It's not fucking Pink Floyd.
Hey,
it's
look,
not fucking.
it's rock
It's rock and roll.
You know, all this artsy shit. It's not. It's Kiss. Enjoy it. Just enjoy it for what the fuck it is.
Exactly.
And the thing is too, they got out there with the tour before for Hot in the Shade. They vamped up the set with a lot of more classic stuff, and you could tell they were having fun.
Yes.
Smiles on everyone's face. First tour with Eric Singer, we got to see. Bruce was tearing it up. Bruce was interacting with everybody. Gene and Paul were, all smiles all around. And it was just so cool to see them go back and do all those songs on that tour. The stage was cool. They had the Statue of Liberty that came out and, flipped the bird. I honestly think that I honestly wish that when the Statue of Liberty came crumbling down and the hand was up, I thought it should have been the horns.
Instead of the bird.
Instead of the bird.
Yeah.
I think it should have been the horns instead of the bird.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because
That's my take
it
on that.
almost seems like they're flipping the audience the bird.
Right. Like,
But
fuck
that's-
you guys.
But that's not what it was.
It's
It
not.
was
No,
flipping
it's it's fuck you
Yeah.
in general to everyone else out there. Not
It's fuck you to the audience.
to the man. Fuck you to the man. But I think I wish it was the horns instead
Here's a
of
question for you. Did
Yeah.
Vinnie Vincent save Revenge?
no. He only co-wrote like 3 songs on it.
I know, but they were good ones.
They were good.
Or
He
did
is
Guy's
a
a
good
good
songwriter.
songwriter. Really
He
good
is a
songwriter.
good songwriter. Yeah.
And Bruce would get pissed because he thought that Vinny played on that album. People used to ask him if Vinny played that solo on Unholy.
So no
He
fucking
get
way he
fucking
didn't.
mad.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
I know.
And go ahead, Scott.
I was gonna say one other thing too. So, and for Eric Singer, I mean, he stepped into a tough spot. I mean,
True.
he had to replace. I mean,
Yeah.
Eric Carr died. It was Everybody loved him. Everybody who met him said he's the greatest guy.
And he literally had to join the band while Eric Carr was still alive.
Yeah.
You know,
he did a great job. He played great. They let him keep the blonde hair. I thought that was kind of cool. Let him be his own guy.
Yep.
You know, like there.
And it was a little crazy
for
in the
now.
beginning.
For now.
For now.
Somebody in Kiss with blonde hair. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
You know, it was,
Like when the first pictures came out with them standing and shit, it stood out.
stood out.
Yeah. Blondie.
All right, Scott, you're up for the spin.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Press the spin there, buddy.
All right, let's do it.
All right,
boy.
Scott's spinning,
we
spinning,
go.
spinning. What do we got?
Round and round she goes.
Let's see what we got.
Hotter than hell.
Hotter than hell.
There you go.
Okay.
Donna.
All right. I mean, it's a classic. I mean, I love this album. I would honestly say, I mean, if it was produced better, and I will say that, I think it would be their best studio album. I do. But the production just sucks so bad. My opinion. I mean, just songs like Coming Home, you can't even hear the drums. I mean, it's horrible. The Coming Home off Unplugged blows it away. The version on Unplugged, I think, blows it away. Great album. Ace's playing is amazing. They all shine on it. I mean, it's dark. I love the songs. Probably the weakest song on it is Mainline, and I like it. So I think it's a great album. It's I would say I can't rank it their best studio album. The only reason why is because I think the production is just so bad. But I mean, it's a classic. I still love it to this day. I still play it often. The album cover is great. Memories of it. I remember I got this one after. My first album was Alive too. So, I heard these songs a little bit later on. But of course, you know, actually I got Alive before I think I got Hotter Than Hell. So, but I mean, it's great. They shine on it. It's a classic. Yeah, I mean, no complaints. I mean, very minor complaints, but I mean, it's a fantastic album, and the guitar playing is great. I mean, Ace's playing on this is just out of this world. I think it's some of his best solos, and Parasite is just awesome.
What do you think, Rob?
I like this album a lot. And we were talking about this over the weekend about the production of it. And it kind of grows on you. Like you expect to hear that different. I don't know if I would like it as much if it sounded different. Because so many different Kiss albums sound a little bit different. And I'm just kind of used to that different sound. Would it sound better? Maybe. I don't know. I kind of like the way it sounds, probably because I'm so used to it, like I just said. But I don't think there's any skipper. The only skipper on here for me is Going Blind. I'm not crazy about that, but every other freaking song is pretty damn good, especially Parasite, which is probably my favorite Kiss song ever.
Dylan.
Released October 22nd, 1974. I have a very love-hate relationship with Hotter Than Hell. I always was very kind of put off by the production, especially since like the debut Kiss album has such an iconic kind of good sounding production in my eyes, whereas this one has not so good production in my eyes, and it feels like a step down when like we should be stepping up. Some of the songs are a step up for sure. Like, you know, Watching You's fantastic. Let Me Go Rock and Roll is great. Parasite, fantastic. Like, I'm not a fan of Got to Choose. I'm not a fan of Going Blind as much. I don't know why I never liked Got to Choose. It just seems like a middling song to me. I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's a good album opener. Ooh. I think Parasite would have been a much better album opener. You could have opened with the title track. I thought that would have been better. Coming Home, you could have did it like Unplugged and open up with that. But I don't know. There's more skippers on here than I would like, in my opinion. But I think Ace really shines on this with the guitar playing. Ace's guitar playing is fantastic. I think his solos are just stellar. The riffs are great. I just don't like the production, and there's a couple songs I could live without that are popular songs and people like when they play them live, and I'm just not a fan.
All right. For me, this was one of the albums I had Destroyer first, then I had, I don't know, I think Alive too, and then, you know, I think I got this maybe fifth or sixth Kiss album, and you know, I had already heard the songs from this from Kiss Alive, so the sound difference was like, wow, like these are like slower, like what's going on here, and I do think that I love "Got to Choose." I do, but I think it's a horrible song to open the album. I think it doesn't open it up with, it's not, first album you get Strutter, and then like you get "Got to Choose" for the first song on the next album. Like, I'm like, Parasite would have been good, like Watching You would have been kind of cool, I think, maybe to open the album up with. Parasite's fantastic. I think Parasite's in a perfect spot, though, especially after "Got to Choose."
It wakes you up.
Yeah. Let Me Go Rock and Roll, I think it comes off a lot better live. It's more of a rock and roll type song than like a hard rock song. Watching You is one of the coolest Kiss riffs out there. Mainline, I think they played Mainline on one of the Sail Away shows, didn't they?
Yeah,
I want to say they
Eric
did,
sang it,
and it came off pretty cool. I thought it was cool, and All the Way. I really like All the Way. I really like that.
Yeah.
Coming Home, light years better on Unplugged.
Yes.
That song, because even when they started that, I'm like, what the fuck song is this?
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh. Like, wow, like that's the go-to version of that
they
anymore.
improved it.
And I think that's my biggest complaint about the album is that the songs I like on here, these are not the versions.
You like them better elsewhere.
Yeah, they're not the definitive versions.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Like it's like Rock and Roll Night appearing on Dress to Kill, but the iconic version that everybody knows
live version.
is
Right.
on Alive.
Yeah.
It's like that for this whole album for me.
But you know what? I'm with Rob. I like the production for its differentness.
Right, that's why. Because
like
I'm
it.
so used to Alive that it's a fresh sound. Because I don't go back and listen to this one that often.
Yeah.
But when I do, it's like a
Understandably.
fresh listen.
Right. And
because you're like, oh yeah, this is
and
a
I think-
different version.
Yeah, and I think I'm with you guys. I always thought Going Blind was stupid.
Yeah,
I think it's a dumb song.
it is.
Again, I like the harmonies on the
But
Unplugged.
like,
but
listen to the bass in that. Remember on the, I think it's the Kiss Rock the Nation DVD where it has the bonus stuff, and they'll show the theater show in Australia where they play. Do you remember that? It's like bonus tracks on the. I want to say it's the Rock
From
the
the
Nation
symphony
one.
or no? Or just
From the Rock the Nation
that
one.
show.
And they'll. It's bonus from one of the videos, and there's like maybe 4 or 5 songs from when they played in Australia. They just played a theater in makeup, no effects, no nothing. They just fucking played, and
Is it Pro Shot?
yeah, it's on one of the official releases DVDs. I forget
As
which
one of the bonus ones you're saying?
It's like one of them where like you could skip it
Kissology?
or
Special
go
features,
through it. Is
special
it
features.
Kissology? Is it Kissology?
Or is it Easter egg or a special feature?
No,
or something?
it's not one of the Kissologies because it's with Eric and Tommy. But it shows them doing and what I'm getting at is Going Blind is on there. The bass is fucking unbelievable on. I mean, the bass is great on all, but you can really, really hear on that one.
Yeah.
That's the only one I really like. But
I like the music to it. I just don't like the lyrics.
it's stupid. It's
It is
stupid.
dumb.
But
But the music's enjoyable.
yeah, I would say maybe out of it would probably be last for me out of the original 6 albums.
Yeah.
Maybe. But what do you got for it, Granza? Hotter Than Hell, buddy.
I'm a Kiss fan. I love it. I do like Dylan said, the songs that they redone on different albums sound better than they do the original version. I'm thinking maybe it was kind of rushed a little bit. That's why the production wasn't as
Yeah. And they got
up to
something
par
else
as
to
it
do
should have
too.
been for them coming off of the debut record. But all in all, I think it's a decent record, and I like Pete's song on it.
yeah.
And Parasite's a fantastic song. And Gene was just getting warmed up with Let Me Go Rock and Roll to get into Rock and Roll All Night. And a couple of these songs are still in the set list, so it's kind of like they stand a test of time.
Yeah, for sure. And
They
even
really did.
The title track, it's like a dirge on this album. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It could have been done, but then again, it's.
But it's a
years
cool
ago.
song. It's a cool song, though. It's a really
all the
cool
songs
song.
are good.
Even
I like
that
them
version,
all.
Rip and Destroy, is much better.
Yeah, and you know what? And on Kiss Alive, going from like Hotter Than Hell right into Firehouse is fucking
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Is perfect. I don't want to hear that combination any other way besides those
Right.
two.
Yeah.
Because that's right now. That's in my DNA.
Oh yeah.
Firehouse and
You
or
know.
Hotter Than Hell into Firehouse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like right there.
Yeah.
And I wish they would go back to that. You know what I mean? How and I'm not saying this to piss you off, but Paul could definitely sing Hotter Than Hell right now.
Oh,
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily with whatever he's got going on. He could easily sing Hotter Than Hell and Firehouse.
Why would that piss me off?
Huh?
Why would that piss me
Because he wouldn't need to use a tape for it.
off? Interesting. Going back to the
I
T word.
honestly think that he could pull those songs off
yeah,
live
they're
now
not-
with
I
no
think
problem.
he. Yeah, I
You know what I
understand.
mean? Without having too much,
Absolutely. It's not
whatever
that
he's
much
got
of a
going.
strain on his voice.
Right. So why not do that? Say yeah the fuck out of
He's
there.
pretty much
Say no to say
talking
yeah.
those songs.
Yeah, absolutely. Say no to say yeah. All right. So there's our first 3 albums. Rob had Sonic Boom. BC had Revenge. Scott had Hotter Than Hell. We're going to do our gem song. Then we're going to do our hidden gems. We're going to come back with, it's going to be me, then Granza, then Dylan. So for our gem song this week, I decided to keep it somewhat in the Kiss realm, as my gem is going to be as well. So I picked a song from the new House of Lords album, which Gene originally produced them, so I kept it in the Kiss realm there. It's a song called Taking My Heart Back from House of Lords from their new album, and Dylan's going to play it right now.
Take my clothes right off of my back. Take
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the new House of Lords songs, Taking My Heart Back. And we're going to do our hidden gems. And we're going to start with Dylan today.
My hidden gem, the band was mentioned by BC before, but I wanted to specify a certain album from them, The Sword. We've talked about them actually on the Guitar Hero episode most recently. They have a cool live album that came out in 2012 called Greetings From, and that's the name of the album. But it's cool. It's got some of the best songs on Warp Riders and some of their other albums. It's a real short, cool 42 minutes of a live album, but a nice little sampler platter if you're trying to get into the band. And they're very good live. Good stoner metal, stoner rock. It's a little more get up and go, a little more jam bandy. But I like The Sword a lot. So The Sword, Greetings From.
All right. Scott, what do you got, buddy?
Struts. Band, if you ever get a chance to see them live, a fantastic live band. First album, Everybody Wants, great album, came out in 2014. Yeah, I saw them for the Foo Fighters. I've seen them before that too. They played the Kirby. They always play a lot of live shows.
They played the Kirby.
They did. They
Right,
played
right when that was released.
They played the lobby of the Kirby.
Is that where it was?
Yeah, in the lobby.
That sucks. Shows in the lobby. Remember, that's where Harpo played.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like the Struts, and I saw that video, and I looked them up, and I'm like, they're playing down at the Sonic Temple, or the Kirby tonight.
Yep.
And I'm like, ugh, and I didn't go.
Yeah.
I didn't go, but I did see them.
They played
live.
that Mount Airy.
They
thing,
did.
Right?
I went.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to go to you with.
Yes.
Yes. But I couldn't go because I
Yes.
was just coming back from vacation somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you like a Queen kind of vibe, that's kind of like what it brings to the table.
Absolutely.
You know,
He's got an
and
incredible voice.
He does, and a great front man.
Yeah.
Luke Spiller.
He did a song for that the tribute
Queen
thing for it was
Yeah,
really
the Queen
good.
tribute. Or no, not the Queen tribute.
for
Taylor Hawkins.
Taylor Hawkins. Yeah, it was really good. And he came out and did a couple songs. Really cool. He's got a good voice.
All right, Rob, what do you got?
Keeping with the strut
Okay.
theme, I'm doing Strutter from Pure Fire, the Ultimate Kiss thing. Strutter's got Phil Lewis, Gilby Clarke, Jeff Pilson on the instruments. Really good tune. They do it well. Did you ever hear that version of Strutter?
I don't believe I did.
It's a good one. That whole album is pretty good. That Pure Fire, the Ultimate Kiss.
It's got the
tribute.
skulls on the
It's got
front?
the skulls around the side. See it?
Okay.
See it? Familiarize?
Yeah, I know that one.
It's
Yep.
pretty good. That's a good album. And that's one of the better songs on there. Like Dee Snider sings Detroit, and there's a couple other ones here and there. Yeah,
Was that before the feud or after?
It's
gotta be before it's come out.
2008. This
Yeah, it
is
was-
2018.
Yeah.
So
It was a couple years ago. It was before he started trash talking Paul.
It's good to see Gilby Clarke doing
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
there's good songs on there.
Yeah.
All right, Granza, what do you got, buddy?
Well, I
Keep it hot.
I got a band based out of Scranton, PA called Reach for the Sky.
Nice.
All Revved Up is a good tune. So that's my hidden gem. Give it a spin. You might like it.
And it's Reach for the Sky is all one word.
All one word. All one word.
Yes.
All revved up.
Put them up.
It's all on the major streaming platforms.
Unlike
Check it
Sonic
out.
Boom.
Unlike Sonic
You can
Boom,
find that
we
easier
are
than Sonic
everywhere.
Boom.
We are everywhere.
Absolutely. All right, and mine is, and it's funny too because I for some reason these guys came up. If you go on Apple Music and you hit listen, I think it's listen. It says, and it'll pull up. It'll like it said for me, Steve Radio. So it'll play songs like all the shit you listen to all the time on your Apple Music. So this band came up. It was Black and Blue. I forget what song came up. So then I wanted to. I hadn't listened, and one of the songs that actually came on was from the 2003 album Hell Yeah, that probably no one knows is fucking out. I think there's 4 copies sold. Me and BC have 2 of them, and
Each.
yeah, no shit. But really good album, solid Black and Blue album. And it was funny because when Granza showed up, he had his Black and Blue shirt on, which was kind of weird. So some cool songs on there. Couple ones are like, you're trying a little too hard to be Black and Blue from 1984. So, but there are some really cool tunes on there. So our hidden gems this week, I got Black and Blue from 2003, the album Hell Yeah. That is one of the few Black and Blue albums on Apple Music and streaming. And Dylan's got The Sword 2012 live album Greetings From wherever, insert your town or venue. Rob's got Strutter from the Pure Fire album with Phil Lewis on vocals. And Granza's got Reach for the Sky, a song called All Revved Up. Check that out. Like I said before, Reach for the Sky is all one word. And Scott's got the Struts and the album Everybody Wants. So we are going to... Where'd Dylan go? He's left the shift adrift. So it's my turn. So since Rob didn't get to push the spin button for his album, he can push it for
I
mine.
like that idea.
All right.
Oh, I missed it. All right, it's
All right,
spinning.
we're spinning. What do we got?
Peter
If
solo.
a double
Peter
comes up,
solo.
we're
Peter
spinning
solo.
again.
Peter
No,
solo.
Psycho
Peter
Circus, Psycho
solo.
Circus,
Peter
Psycho
solo.
Circus.
Oh,
Unmasked. Shit! I did not put the solo albums in there.
kiss my ass.
That would be mine getting.
I'm out of here.
ass.
This is a hoax.
See how they're all crammed in there? I couldn't fit anymore.
You could fit them in there.
Let me put so many in there. All right, so Unmasked. Dylan's going to look up when that came out. This is a different album. This is one that I rarely will pull out to check out, although I do have a couple versions of it. I have that one splatter vinyl that looks like a cantaloupe with splatter shit on it. When this album came out was when Rob and I first started. We knew each other. We first started becoming Kiss buddies. I mean, Is That You? Great opening song.
Ow.
Very cool when they do it on. You've seen the videos from Australia. You've seen them from New Zealand, and they come out and it goes over really, really well live. But they really, but like Shandy, the song fucking sucks balls. And for that to be second on an album, just totally like, what the fuck? This song should be like last
B-side.
but like to really be fair, it should probably be like fourth or fifth. I don't think it should be the second song. You start out with a rocker like Is That You, and then you go to Shandy. Like, come on, dudes. And the Aces got a good showing on this album. You got Talk to Me, Two Sides of the Coin, Torpedo Girl, which people hate. I think Torpedo Girl is a fun song. I go to Kiss for fun, and that's a fun song. If you don't like it, then you're just not a fun fucking person, okay?
I don't know.
Naked City. This is a song that the last couple of years has really come into being a favorite deep track of a lot of people. Like kind of in the vein of when you hear Mr. Speed. Like people are like
Mr. Speed.
Right, like
I
people
always
are
did.
like, huh?
I always loved the Mr. Speed.
Right, but like it seems like a popular deep track like in the modern era. Like you didn't hear a lot about it back in the day, but
Right,
now
yeah.
it's like, oh man, Mr. Speed is like a really well thought of deep track, and I think that Naked City is in that vein now. And we've seen Bruce's band did it on the Kiss Krews last year. They did Naked City, which was like, holy shit. Tomorrow, I think, is one of the songs that I would really, really love to hear Kiss do a remix of, a modern sounding one without the keyboard and the production on this album. Man, just put Tomorrow with Creatures of the Night or Lick It Up or Animalize production. You would have one of the best fucking Kiss songs ever.
Didn't Beth Blade do Tomorrow on the Cruise?
Yes.
And they fucking rocked
Yes,
it.
and
right?
she fucking good. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that was
Killed it,
fucking
though, yeah.
great. That's how it should have been done.
Beth Blade and the Beautiful Disasters. Check that band out. I think they have 3 albums out now. They just had one out this year.
Amazing.
Excellent band. She's So European. I know it's a favorite of Dylan. I'm sure he'll talk about it when you're getting there. What do you guys think about You're All That I Want? Anybody like that song? I know Zeus fucking loves it. I think it's a dud for me. A couple duds on here. Easy As It Seems, I hate. It's too
Disco-y?
disco-y, too.
I like that.
Ooh. What Makes the World Go Round? I like the chorus in that one. But this album, I would rather see this one remixed than Hotter Than Hell.
Yes,
Easily.
I like that.
I would rather see this one remixed than Hotter
Make
Than
it
Hell.
more rock.
Give it some balls.
Yeah,
Is what you're saying.
give it some
has no ball-
balls.
has no balls.
It has no
It
balls
has no
whatsoever. It's like a pop rock album, pretty much.
Yeah.
And
definitely
this
pop
came
rock.
out. When did it come out, Dylan?
It is May 20th, 1980.
May 20th, 1980. And that was my grandmother's birthday. But like, look what other albums came out in 1980.
Yeah.
Back in Black,
Yeah.
Heaven and Hell, Iron Maiden debut,
And they didn't
Like-
want to compete with those.
British Steel.
They were living in their own world, I think. Back
And it was like, I think it was just
They were
the
millionaires. by
sycophants
then.
just
Yeah.
every you're the greatest. You should do what you want. You know, I mean, like they were
Resting
not.
on their laurels.
Yeah, but their Dynasty didn't show them too much laurels either. Although I love Dynasty, I would take Dynasty over this album any fucking day. Yeah. But that's my thoughts on Dynasty. What do you got, Granza? I'll let you go next, buddy.
I absolutely love the record. I don't think there's a skipper on here.
Ooh,
Shandy is one of my favorite tunes.
it's a good song.
Absolutely love it. Is That You? My guitar player Jay thinks "Talk to Me" is the best Kiss song ever. He even told Ace that down at the Gallery of Sound when he did the signing. Ace kind of just looked up at him like,
Talk to me. Ace couldn't even remember what song, if that was one of his own songs.
Yeah. Naked City. What Makes the World Go Round is like, but it's still okay.
It's okay.
Tomorrow's fantastic.
Great song.
Two Sides of the Coin. She's So European. Easy As It Seems. I love it.
Yeah.
Torpedo Girl's fun. I like the way Ace does that one. You're All That I Want. You're All That I Want, and What Makes the World Go. Well, no. You're All That I Want is probably the least favorite out of them all.
And
But I do like the record.
And that's an odd Gene song.
Yes.
That's not your typical Gene song where he's the aggressor, like he's going, you know what I mean? Like he's not the dominant person, like he's going after the girl in this one. You know what I mean? I think it's a different song for Gene.
Yes.
I like how, even though it's not a rockin' album, I like how it's a departure of the heavier stuff.
It's another one that's different. There's no two Kiss albums that are the same.
Right.
The last two are the closest.
True.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I'll give you
true.
that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Sonic Boom is better. It sounds better.
What do you got, Scott, for
Sounds more
Unmasked?
classic.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what people are saying. I actually think Naked City is the best song on the album. I mean, and it's funny because I think it grew on me as I've gotten older. Like at the time, I never thought it was a great tune, but I really think it's great. The Ace songs are good. Like you said, the production. I mean, it's a pop album. I like it for the diversity of what it is. If I'm in a pop mood, I'm gonna play this album. The other thing too, for You're All That I Want, it's interesting. I think the demo version on the box set,
I've heard that,
blows this away. I think it's so much better. They have an acoustic guitar part on it, but it's really cool. And then the other thing too is, I mean, I had that poster on my wall for years. The poster that came with the album.
Oh yeah.
So I thought, it brings back good memories for that. I had that poster, of that came in the album.
I still have it.
Yeah, I still have it, of course.
I like
but yeah, I mean, it's a good memory. It's like you said. I think at the time, it got overshadowed by Back in Black, by British Steel, like what you were saying, Women and Children First by Van Halen, like stuff like that was stuff that I was more kind of gravitating to at this point in their career. I mean, I bought it, I supported it, but the European tour was, I will say this, European tour was fantastic. I mean, Eric Carr's playing on this tour was just great, and from all the video footage we've seen, and that Sydney show from Australia is just
best version of Detroit Rock City.
It's fantastic.
He really ramped up the band at this point.
Yeah,
and just think if you saw Kiss in Europe, Iron Maiden opened up for them in a lot of those European shows.
That's pretty amazing.
That would have been crazy. But imagine going from Prowler and Phantom of the Opera to Shandy.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
But they were there to see Kiss, so they didn't care.
Oh, they cared.
Did they?
Oh, they did.
They're like, Iron who?
And then they're like, fucking, at the end of the show, like, Maiden. You're like BC Buddy laid in glass. Maiden. Who's up? Go ahead, Rob.
All right, so this album for me, I remember when I got it. We were listening to down at my house, and this is where Fonzie got on his water skis and he was eyeing up the ramp.
Jumping the
We're
shark.
getting ready for the shark, baby.
Ready to jump the shark. He wasn't quite there, but that's where I was thinking. I was like, oh.
He was putting his life jacket on.
Yes, he was definitely, and I'm like, this is
Handed the
not
jacket
what I
over
was
to
expecting.
Potsy.
I didn't sign up for this.
Well, okay, so Is That You, Shandy, Talk to Me. All the Ace songs are pretty good. I really enjoy them. And the Paul songs, the majority are great. They're just too poppy. Like Women and Children first came out, and I was like, what? So I kind of started going the Van Halen route right around this time. And they're just okay, all the songs. I mean, there's some I really, really like, but You're All That I Want, doesn't that remind you of Any Way You Want It on the Fourth Side of Alive 2? Those two songs sound so much familiar, like so similar, that it drives me crazy that I skip that one every time. Because it reminds me, because I would never play that on a Live 4 or a Live 2 Fourth Side because it would drive me crazy. So You're All That One,
I like that song.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're all that I want.
I'm sad for you.
Yeah, I'm sad for you.
What do you got for your own mass, Dylan?
This is an album that has really, in the last couple years for me, grown on me. I used to just go to Kiss for like the rock stuff, the good, like, fantastic guitar playing, the solos and stuff. But like as I've grown, I've come to really appreciate most of this album. Like I go to She's So European, Torpedo Girl, Naked City. I go to these songs so much, like. I don't go to some of the classic Kiss songs as much as I go to these songs because they're so different. And the difference with, like, Kiss doing something, different and out of there. Yeah. The thing is, like, this is in their wheelhouse. Music from the Elder was not in their wheelhouse, like that kind of stuff. But, like, writing poppy, like stuff, that like they're able to do that.
They were going down the wrong road.
Yeah. For the era, they were definitely out of touch in their genre.
Right.
But, like, I like this album quite a bit. I like the album cover a lot. I know you guys don't agree with that.
I
do.
Angry when I saw.
I love the album cover.
Stink.
I love that album cover.
I was so pissed off. I'm like, why would Kiss write that on their own
It's so irreverent.
album? I still think they stink. That bothered the piss out of me when I was a kid.
Still does.
Apparently, it's
right?
I hate it. I
don't
fucking
like
hate
that.
it.
I still say they stink.
I think it's awesome.
Freaking Howdy Doody guy. I'm like, why would they put that on their own cover?
I'm a big comic fan. Kiss
they do whatever they
are
want.
superheroes. They're comic book characters.
I agree. I'll toast you on that one.
That's Gene's inspiration is our comic book. So it's really cool that they're paying homage to that on the album cover. I think that's a fantastic thing to do.
Yeah, but that was more Archie than fucking Batman.
No, I agree with that. But like. It's still cool. It's fun.
Not when you can go to the favorite band in the world and somebody say, you're already hearing bashing from people in school saying they suck, and then they put it on their own album. And I'm like, maybe they do suck. I just don't know.
Whoa!
Wow. I knew they did.
I feel like that's a you problem, Rob.
No, it's a lot of people.
No,
you thought
we were the same way because it was like. That was right at the point where we started branching out off of
Yes.
Where Kiss wasn't the only thing.
Right.
Because we had paper outs, we had a little more, we had not a little more, we had actually our own money to go and buy stuff. And that's when and I've always said it, like I don't have an influence at my house for music. My brother is does not. He listens to this stuff, but he's a hits guy for the stuff, and he was not the older brother
discounting Bob.
Yeah. He was not the older brother bringing home the Led Zeppelin, the Rush, the whatever. So, like, my stuff I got from, first time I heard Metallica was from Rob's sister. First time I heard Van Halen was at Rob's house. First time I heard Rush, Led Zeppelin was at Mike Romanishin's house from his older brothers playing that shit. Ted Nugent, I heard sitting on my steps at my house listening to it half a block away from the Vidalas down there listening.
My sister brought home Blizzard of Oz, and I was like,
yeah.
What is this Satan stuff going on here? What is this?
And then we were like, holy shit.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff.
Like literally, that was when we started really kind of branching out. Hey, there's more to life than Kiss.
Yeah, there's other
But
bands
we never totally dropped them. We never totally dropped them.
Agreed.
But it was right at that point where like
so much better stuff was coming out.
Just like fucking Back in Black alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is too, then you get bands like AC/DC where that comes out. We didn't know that there was another guy singing in this band. Right. You know what I mean? You went back, you're like, this isn't the same guy that's singing.
This is a different guy,
right? And
still good.
The branches were going everywhere at that point, and this was the crossroads, I think, for a lot of Kiss fans like us.
Absolutely,
we didn't totally drop them, but we started to depart from the,
Van Halen was a big part of our life right around there.
Yeah, VH was the main one.
And then
out
Fair
of,
Warning come out, and we're like, whoa, these guys are freaking
Right.
awesome.
and you got Fair Warning the same year they got the fucking Elder.
Yeah. Which
both-
route would you go?
I'll take the Van
You know?
Halen brown
Yeah.
cover album over the Kiss brown cover album.
Big difference.
You know? But
So they took over our world for a little while there. And then 84 came out, and we were like, ew.
I was not like you. I was like,
Even Diver
fuck
Down.
yeah.
Diver Down, we were like,
I love Diver Down. Diver Down's
no,
fucking
I mean,
awesome.
it's okay, but then they started to wean a little bit me, and I'm like, ooh, Lick It Up's better than Diver Down.
I just don't like their cover of Pretty Woman. It's lazy.
We know, don't. Everybody go on Unmasked?
Then I
Yeah,
started coming back.
and then I think
to
too,
Kiss.
another thing to keep in mind.
Go ahead,
too,
Scott.
Just one last thing. They didn't tour in the United States from '79 until '83. So that's another thing to keep in mind in this time frame here. So
That's 'cause
Right, they
You
played
know,
the show at the Palladium.
that
That
was
was
the
it.
show
That was
at
it.
the Palladium, and that was it until 1982. The
Well,
last.
well
the
think
end of the year.
about it too. Eric Carr comes in this band.
Yeah.
He plays one fucking show in the States
Yeah.
Yep.
Then he goes to Europe.
in like 3 or 4 years.
Yep. Yep.
Literally.
Yeah.
I mean, that had to kind of be like, and then first studio album with Eric Carr, he gets in there, the Elder, he's like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Granza, you're up next. Push spin there, my buddy.
Oh boy.
Spin the wheel.
Oh boy.
Drum roll.
All right.
It's gonna be.
give him a
Wait
good
to
one.
see
Give
Please
what
him
it
don't,
is.
please
give him
don't
a
be
good one.
Elder.
Monster. You almost had the original
Good
debut
Monster.
album.
This one.
Give me $20, I'll let you spin again.
I gotta look this up because this is probably the
Album you know the least
further.
about.
Yeah.
Do you want to edit this out? We'll let him spin again.
I don't think I can name a song on this album.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Hold on. Let me just pull it up here.
It is on streaming.
I need help on this one.
It was released October 9th, 2012.
Okay. Yeah.
Another October album. October, September were good release months for Kiss. Actually, didn't Crazy Nights come out today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
35 years ago.
35 years ago.
Hell or Hallelujah, I think is a fantastic song.
Good song.
Obviously, Paul, top of his game. Wall of Sound is completely horrendous. Freak is fantastic. I let my freak flag fly constantly. Back to the Stone Age, absolutely brutal. Shout Mercy, fantastic. Love it. I take it personally. Long Way Down, Eat Your Heart Out, brutal. The Devil Is Me, brutal. Out of This World, horrendous. All for the Love of Rock and Roll, okay. Take Me Down Below. I was listening to that song a couple days ago. It came up on a playlist somewhere. It's okay.
Starting to grow on you.
Yeah, I like the way they went back to doing
The Shout Out Loud.
the
vocals.
dual vocal.
Yep.
And Last Chance I actually like. Tour was fantastic. What can you say?
The Spider.
Yeah.
Spider stage.
Saw a few shows of that. Other than that, again, Paul's songs carry the album by far. I think that if it was up to Paul, Gene wouldn't have a song on here, and rightfully so.
What's up to Paul G? Would have a song on any fucking album.
And rightfully so.
Very true.
No.
There's not many.
now.
Settle down.
Not one fucking episode that we had to do here. Whatever.
He's still mad about it.
I am mad about it because that wasn't a true representation.
And all Paul songs are?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You have your flavor, I have mine.
No.
You go ahead next with your monster. Let's hear your.
I enjoy Monster quite a bit. I
Yeah?
think it's the better of the two albums with Tommy and Eric. I really enjoy this album. I have it on. Actually, I have two. I have the picture disc and the regular on vinyl and CD. Hell or Hallelujah is a friggin' fantastic song. Absolutely love
Yes.
it. I love the heaviness of Wall of Sound. I like the idea of it. I really like that song.
Now, was that the one where they had the projection of all like the amps, Like, was that when they did that live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember
Brutal.
that.
You're talking about throwing a song in there on a tour that doesn't belong.
No.
Holy Christ.
This is more up tempo. It's better, way better than fucking Hot and Cold. Way fucking better.
I'm talking about Say Yeah.
Oh, it's better than Say Yeah.
It's way better
Your
than fucking
asses
Say
are
Yeah.
it's
fucking,
so
you
much
guys
better
are
than Say
delusional.
Yeah.
You're fucking delusional.
Holy I don't even. I'm not coming to the next one of these things. I'm out.
No, you're not.
Put it on record. Keep that in there. I'm out.
No, you're not. No,
I'm
you're
out.
Not. No, you're not. Quiet. Freak. I like Freak.
I like Freak.
Wasn't he supposed to sing this with Lady Gaga or something?
Yes.
Is that an actual thing, or is that just
That
like a
was
rumor?
gonna happen, and then
That would be cool.
They scrapped it at the last minute. That would have sold another.
I think that would be cool.
100,000
That
albums.
Oh, fuck
that
yeah.
probably would have made
That would have
Yeah.
shot
Probably
this
would've
album to
helped.
fucking number
Yeah.
one
Probably
if she
helped.
was involved in it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Rightfully so. Lady Gaga's awesome.
And
She
she
is.
is. She
And
is.
they say that about her as
calls-
well.
It's a perfect match.
And
It's
she,
a perfect match.
She
Yeah,
literally
I know.
calls her fans little monsters.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
come on. She has.
I think
That
it would have
should've
been
been-
fantastic.
they dropped
I'll
the
bet
ball
you they
on that
couldn't
one.
work out the fucking money.
They
It's
should've.
got to be over money.
Yeah.
That would be fucking fantastic. I do like the song. Back to the Stone Age. That one I could live without. That one is
No good.
That one's NG. Shout Mercy.
Woo-hoo.
That one's it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
That one's okay.
That's a
Long
good
Way
dessert
Down
tune.
is fucking fantastic. Long Way Down is great. Love it. Eat Your Heart Out. That's the one. Blah blah blah. Where they all sing.
That's the acapella.
If they cut that out, I think the song would be okay. The Devil Is Me.
The devil is me.
No, that's no. That's a no. Out of This World. I like this. Once again, Tommy's in the what? In the what? In the
Space.
The replacement
box.
zone.
Oh.
no
The Phantom Zone.
the Phantoms. Tommy's in the Phantom, back in the Phantom Zone for this one.
Back
But I like the
in
song.
the Phantom
I think the
Zone.
solo is fucking fantastic in this song. Put your fucking hand down over there. All for the Love of Rock and Roll.
shit.
This one's okay. This one's all right for me. It's just okay
for
at
the
best.
love
Take Me Down Below, second best song on the fucking album. This song is fun.
You're wrong
It is.
about the ranking of it.
Gene, you think it's the best song on the album, but for me, second best. I love this song. It's fun Kiss.
Yeah.
This is what I go to Kiss
Yeah.
for. I don't give a shit what people say. The corner, like, you know what? This is what I go to. I go to Kiss for fun. I don't go to them to be sophisticated or make me think about quantum physics and shit. I don't fucking go to Kiss for that shit. I go to Kiss for fun. I go to Kiss to party. I go to Kiss for sex. I go to Kiss to just
What
be
Kiss
fun.
song do they talk about?
Last Chance. I don't like that. I don't know. The last. I think the chorus is kind of blah, 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 like and actually, there's a bonus track
There is.
right here,
Right
right
here,
now.
right
Right here, right now. That one's okay.
And they did a lyric video. No, they did a video for that one.
For right here, right now.
Yeah.
I think they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not bad.
I think it's just Paul, though.
It could be.
I don't think I ever saw it.
It could be.
It's like a lyric video.
Yeah, the song's okay. The song's all right. I mean, it's
a
I'll
bonus
take a
track.
bonus track any day, but not
I
bad.
like it.
All right, who you calling next, there, buddy?
Birdo.
All right. Take Me Down Below. It's okay. It's pretty good. Hell or High Hallelujah.
Heller Water's great.
That's a good one
That's a
too.
good one, too. Hell or Hallelujah. Great song. Freak. Great song. That's it. I'm done.
No, show them.
That's it.
Show them,
I got no love for the rest of the album.
Huh, interesting.
Yep, that's all I got.
All right, keep it sweet.
The rest are skippers.
Take your pick. Scotty.
Let Dylan go because Dylan's album is up next.
Okay.
That's true. Yeah, I think "Take Me Down Below" is one of the best Kiss songs written since the '90s. I think it has that old spirit of camaraderie that they were looking for with like a song like "Stand." Like it just feels like they're a band again. Like with the vocals, I love the harmonies in it. It's so catchy, that chorus. I love that song so much. The rest of the album's okay. I think I do agree with Rob. I like the songs on Sonic Boom better than the songs on Monster. Maybe because I had more time with Sonic Boom, and like again, it was like the first Kiss album that
Or they're
was
just
like,
better songs.
No.
That could also be, but
Better production.
you know, I think Heller Hallelujah. I didn't like it as much as Modern Day Delilah because Heller Hallelujah sounded like they were just trying to do I Stole Your Love again a little bit, and I like I Stole Your Love better. But yeah, it's a decent album. I think there are some songs you can get rid of, but Take Me Down Below, I think, is worth price of admission just on its own, personally.
I mean, I do like this album. But I agree with the majority. I think Sonic Boom is a better album. I think from start to finish. Heller Hallelujah is great. Long Way Down I like a lot too. It's got like a Zeppelin kind of sound feel to it. I think kind of with that. And yeah, Freak I love. I do think, like you said, it was a lost opportunity there. They should have, if they brought Lady Gaga on, this album would have sold another 500,000 copies or something, probably, just if she was on it. Last Chance, I do like All for the Love of Rock and Roll. It's kind of like a country type song, I guess, in a little ways, but I dig it. And but good musicianship on it. The Gene songs, I like Wall of Sound. Chris is doing that. And
Relax over there.
The Devil's Me's okay. I mean, it's not. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. And then actually, I like Last Chance a lot. I kind of like that a lot. I like the groove in that. And ironically, it's funny. This is their last studio album they ever made. 11 years ago? Kind of hard to believe when they were cranking out albums every 6 months when we were kids. But it was a good tour, good memories, and I mean, I like it. I don't have any hate for it. It's funny though. It's not one that I play enough, I guess. Maybe I need to play.
It's one of them
more.
to go to every now and then.
Yeah, exactly.
And I did misspeak when we talked about Sonic Boom on I'm an Animal. The one I was thinking of is The Devil Is Me.
Yeah.
The Devil Is Gene. I misspoke on that one. I'm an animal. Real quick, Monster cover is fucking terrible. I don't know.
Cover.
It's got the Monster drink logo going on there,
Bottoms up
like
and the devil
like
laughs.
I don't know. Did they put that out in anticipation of getting an endorsement by them? I don't know. I don't know.
Do you like Sonic Boom's cover better?
I do.
So, yeah, I don't. I like Monster's cover better.
It's
'Cause it's got the
supposedly
face
done by
cover.
the same guy that did Rock and Roll Over, I guess.
Yeah, but it looks shitty.
It's more of a. I don't love either one of them, but I would take the Sonic Boom cover over that. I don't know what's going on in that cover there.
I think the lettering on the Kiss logo is cool. At least.
Oh, it's
The
got like that chrome
Yeah.
thing for sure.
Yeah.
But
I think my favorite thing on the Wikipedia page is there's a little like kind of paragraph here that goes, with the band uncertain about recording another album before the end of their final tour, Monster will most likely be their final album. And there's like 7 footnotes linking to different articles because they keep extending their final tour. So that's pretty funny.
Was that the tour they did with Motley Crue?
The tour.
The tour?
I think that was one
the
of them.
Monster
it was one of them
That was
because
one
they
of the
were
tours.
with Def Leppard. They were with Crew.
But the Def
They were
Leppard
with
was
Joan Jett
earlier,
at one point.
right?
or was that
Aerosmith they
Def
toured
Leppard?
with.
Yeah,
They got a
that
lot of
was with
mileage out
Peter.
of those Monster costumes.
No, but that wasn't with Aerosmith. It wasn't Monster, I don't think.
No.
No, that was early because Peter was.
That
still
was
there.
after.
Oh,
that was
that
after
was-
the farewell. Right after the farewell tour,
Yeah,
right?
geez, that was
Yeah,
Right
so that
after
they were
Symphony.
still like Destroyer
15
costumes,
years
I
ago
think,
or so.
right?
Yeah. that
Yeah.
was-
Yeah.
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 All right, Dylan, spin it.
Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what we got.
Get a good one.
Ugh.
The
Could be
Elder.
good,
From
could be
the Elder.
bad. Hey, okay.
First Kiss album. All right.
All right.
I've never listened to this one.
So if we do this again, I'll eliminate the albums that we already talked about.
I'm not coming back. We just went
Oh,
through
shut the
this.
fuck up. Yes, you are.
Yeah, this was released February 18th, 1974, way back when. Recorded at Bell Sound in New York City. I mean, this is a classic album. You open up with Strutter, a fantastic opener. How does it feel, Dad, that the very first notes ever played on a Kiss song is Peter Criss?
That's all right.
Peter Criss
That's
is,
all right.
the,
He
is
was
the person that
bringing it back in
introduces
the day.
us to the band. That's something that always,
And I think it's kind of crazy. The youngest guy on the podcast got the oldest album.
yeah, very
I know,
true.
right?
And we're ending at the beginning. But yeah, I mean, like Strutter's. I'll try and talk about the songs that we don't talk about a lot. Let Me Know is one of my favorite Kiss songs of all time. I think it's fantastic. Love Theme from Kiss I think is actually kind of blah. You know, it just kind of does the same thing over and over again. They could have put the acrobat like part in there instead. That would have been a little more exciting. But It's at least between Deuce and 100,000 Years, so it's between two great songs. Kissin' Time is not the worst Kiss cover. Maybe it is. I don't know, because I do like And Then She Kissed Me.
Any way you want it, you can have it anyway. Hey. That's the worst ever.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Just say it.
But
Then She Kissed Me's not far behind it.
Whoa!
I love that song.
Let him finish, and then I'm coming right back at you.
like these are classic songs for a reason. It's a tight 10-song album. Besides Love Theme from Kiss, I really don't think there's anything that you could take off the album, because even Kissin' Time has its novelty, you know, and like they had to do it for a reason. Fuck you.
That was
Go the other way.
That was BB going by the way.
Was it?
Yeah. Yep.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Nothing to Lose is also a favorite of mine. I love Nothing to Lose. The jaunty piano. It's got the jaunty Jerry Lee Lewis piano. I love it. So good. I'm also surprised like how much Peter Criss features on this first album, because you don't think about that as much. Because Ace, it takes a little bit for him to get actually like singing and stuff like that. But Peter's singing right from the first album. Very interesting. But I think that everybody gets a chance to shine on here. Like there's there is Peter on vocals. Paul sounds great for a first album. Gene's got his good stuff. And Ace, of course, with the fantastic guitar work. And Cold Gin being one of the best songs on the album. But this is a fantastic debut album for a band, I think. Even the album cover, though, like, it wasn't what they wanted it to be. I think there is that iconic
They were shooting for the
element to it.
Beatles.
Oh yeah, it's the Meet the Beatles cover.
Yeah.
That's what they were shooting for.
Peter's like tribal look going on is very crazy. I love Ace's like silver hair. And, like that's such a cool
Looks
cool
like a
look.
yenta.
The only one that looks fully formed is Paul, because it's just a star on, you know.
Thank God he put the red lips on too. Did you ever see some of those pictures with the white
Terrifying,
lips?
horrifying.
Yeah.
He looks
So
like a
bad.
mime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
Yeah.
bad.
yeah.
But it's Kiss's debut album. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Popular for a reason. They play all those songs for a reason. Chris, what do you think?
Well, I'm glad you came to me first.
Here we go.
I really enjoy the record, to be honest with you.
I'm glad you do.
6 out of the 10 tracks still to this day stand the test of time. And then the other ones,
Yeah, what are the 4 that you?
Love Theme, brutal.
Okay.
Why is it brutal? It's
Kissin'
a nice
Time.
instrumental.
Kissin' Time isn't bad, but it didn't go any further than this record. Let Me Know, kind of like a Beatle throw off. Didn't go anywhere after this record. And then what's the other one? That's it. You have Strutter, still doing great. Nothing to Lose, Firehouse, Cold Gin, Deuce, 100,000 Years, and Black Diamond. All of those can be in the set list right now.
Yeah.
And people
Wouldn't
They
bat an
are,
eye.
aren't they?
pretty
much.
and,
They
and,
definitely-
and some
Except for Strutter and Firehouse.
but they have been consistently in
Oh,
set
yeah.
lists
They're usually
Yeah.
through their whole career. You know what I mean? So for those songs to be on a debut record and still hold up, and that record went absolutely nowhere when it was released.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then once Alive came out, these songs are instant classics.
Right.
And they held up.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob.
All right, here's my take on it. I'm going to give you a little bit. Firehouse. The solo in Firehouse kicks ass. The way he just picks those strings. You know, he gets the
I don't think
the
he's
pick and the
played
stop
that
of the.
one.
Shut your mouth.
Dick Wagner played
Dare
it.
you. Great solo. Kissin' Time, I have a lot of love for that song. Because, let me tell you why. Maybe this will change.
Were you at the Kissin' booth?
They all get their little spotlight to sing. And I thought that was really, really cool. They all take a turn and their little spin on each verse there.
Almost all.
Well, Ace didn't sing for four more albums after that, but I just like the way they all have their own little spotlight there. So that's that. Love theme from Kiss, I like it. You could put it in the back of like a movie or something like that. And it's, a nice melody.
Drowned it out in the movie?
Well, just have
You
a
know what it
little
is?
background
It's the
music.
porn theme from Kiss.
It is. But yeah, I love this album. I think there's really, really good. Black Diamond at the end where it kind of fades out, it gets a little old after a
does.
while.
But
other than that, yep, love it. Love this album. Scotty?
Yeah,
Black
I mean,
Metal.
absolute classic. Love it all. I mean, it's to this day. I mean, like Chris said, all these songs stood the test of time for the most part, and they all shine on it. I agree. The album cover I love. It's got that, like you said, the whole Beat the Beatles kind of theme to it, and yeah, I mean, I agree with Rob at the end of Black Diamond. That drags too much. I hate that. I do not like the end of
it
Black
goes
Diamond.
on
I
and
don't
on
like
and
that.
on and on
But that's my only minor complaint. I mean, the rest. I mean, to this day, it's still stellar. It's interesting. The demos that Eddie Kramer did for a lot of these songs, though, too, were just amazing. I kind of wish I'm not a Kerner Wise fan, so I just wish that this album was produced by Eddie Kramer. But besides that, I mean, these songs are just fantastic. What else can I say? I mean, it's just, man, I wish I bought it the day it came out.
who knew?
Who knew? But yeah, I mean, all these years later, it's going to be 50 pretty soon.
It's got a super clean sound.
It does. I agree with that. I do agree.
And
with
it's
that.
kind of split between the speakers, too.
Yep.
Which I really like, too. Kind of like the old
Good call.
Beatles songs,
Good call.
I love this album. It's probably a top 3 Kiss album for me. I love the sound of it. I love the production on it. It's crisp.
Yeah.
It's you can hear everything. You can hear the Paul parts, the Ace parts, guitar wise.
The hi-hat.
And I think that this is the album. I think this, Destroyer, and Love Gun are the top 3 albums that I've listened to the most studio album wise, because I had Destroyer, I had the tape that J.D. Paragon had made for me of Destroyer, and I didn't have an actual store-bought copy of that till later down the road, but I had Love Gun, and I had the first Kiss album on cassette, and I listened to them over and over and over and over again. I mean, like, it's one of them that it's in your DNA. You listen to this album so much, and I guess I've never seen a copy of it, but I guess there's copies out there or editions of this album with Nothing to Lose on the album that it's live on the album.
I've heard that.
Because they didn't want to pay the jaunty piano guy royalties because he played on the song. So I think there's versions of this album out there that have Strutter, studio, Nothing to Lose, live, and then the rest of the album.
Did they come out early or come out late?
I think later.
Oh, really?
I've never heard one, but I've heard that that's an actual thing.
Wow, no shit.
Firehouse, Rob mentioned the Firehouse solo. Tommy Thayer has said that was the hardest thing for him to figure out how to play that picking part.
Because he hits it and stops it, hits it and stops it.
That part, he said it took him forever to figure that the fuck out, to reteach it to Ace to play for the reunion tour.
Yeah.
This whole album, I don't mind anything on it. I love Theme from Kiss. I could take or leave. I love the fade out on Black Diamond. I think it's fucking cool as fuck. Cold Gin, I like the... I don't know. Cold Gin for me on this album just has a certain something. I like there's certain songs where I like the version on this. Cold Gin's one of them. I like the crisp guitars on it. I love the live version, but I prefer this.
I thought
one.
you like Ace's version
I was
where he
just
goes
gonna say it.
Quat.
I'm just missing that.
That would be a no. How about no? Let me know. I absolutely fucking love. I wish I would love to see the song played live at some point. I would love. I guess they played this maybe on the first or second Kiss Cruise. I think they played this maybe, perhaps. And I'm with Rob. I love Kissin' Time. Ooh shit.
So much
Sorry.
he's gonna play it right now.
My accent, sorry.
You see?
You know, and it's kind of crazy. Think about it. Deuce is like the 7th song on this album, 6th if you don't have Kissin' Time on there. The original version didn't have Kissin' Time on there. Deuce is like the 6th or 7th song on the album, and this was their show opener.
Right.
Like, so how did they
mix that up?
like come about the how this album is put out there song wise?
So you're a Kissin' Time guy, huh? I don't think
I
knew that.
enjoy it. I think it's a fun song.
Don't
like
you
I said,
like how they do the
I do. I
everybody
like
gets
they,
a little piece
but
of
I like how they
the
mentioned
pie?
the cities as well. They mentioned in
Yes.
PA. They mentioned Pennsylvania as well. So that's a plus as well. Your stock is rising, number 2. Fucking love it. I think it's a top 3 Kiss album for me. Sometimes it fluctuates between 1 and 3.
Nice
For me.
I think they were talking about the PA system. They weren't talking about the state.
Probably not back in those days. Probably not.
I will say this: the last verse of "Kissin' Time," when Peter gives him, the kiss off to Seattle, later Baltimore. His voice sounds great.
Yeah.
It does.
Sounds
Peter sounds
fucking
fantastic
great.
on this.
Peter's
Yeah.
got that
I
rawness
really,
that really
I
translates
really
well
like
to live.
how
Yeah.
everyone shines on this album.
Yeah.
Like even though Ace doesn't, sing a song but he's got co-writes on here.
He got
Yeah.
it
He got
with his
gold, Jim.
guitar. He's
And,
shining with his
he
guitar.
does, and he plays some kicks off some great
Shiny
solos.
guitar.
And I kind of like and hate at the same time on Firehouse how the solos shorten on this one, but you get that extra part on Kiss Alive. I like how it's extended.
Right.
But great album overall. I think it's a fantastic debut album. And can you just picture 1973 listening to this album compared to what's out then? You're still kind of in the hippie shit at that time.
Coming off
you know
of
what I mean?
Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Imagine walking through a record store and you see that.
and seeing that.
See,
I know.
See that
Yeah.
album.
I
and you're
know.
like, what the fuck is this?
Hell is this shit?
Right.
Who is this insane clown posse?
Seeing it in concert. Can you imagine seeing that in concert show? Like, who the fuck are these guys coming out with the whole Vegas? Nobody had a logo. Nobody. They were the first band to do it above them.
I remember when I was a kid, my one of my aunts lived in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and we would always go out to visit her, and we would go to the record store, and it was really cool to be out. Not that Jersey's New York, but like that close and see those guys in the record store, like flipping through the records. Like these guys are from here. You know what I mean? Which-
Right.
Yeah.
Like they're like semi-local.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
And it was like, like maybe they're gonna walk in.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. They could have, would even know.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
All right, so that was my surprise Kiss episode for these guys. We kind of did a little wheel spinning thing on the way down to Atlantic City last week where we spun the wheel and we would play the album and like we would just do this. We were talking about it as we were going down, which hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys,
Very much.
Kiss Krew here. I thought it was fun, and it's weird because we didn't get Creatures, Lick It Up,
I know.
Animalize, Asylum, Hot in the Shade,
We got Sonic
Crazy
Boom and
Nights.
Monster.
And I knew it, but when we
least you
do
got
this
a good
again,
one.
which could be any
You got a
time,
good one. Hey, you had a
I'm
good
gonna
one, too.
knock the albums out that we've already talked about, and we'll spin the wheel again.
All right.
And I will tell you guys out there, I did not add the solo albums on the wheel. The solo albums are not on the wheel, so I will put the solo albums in the wheel and take out the ones that we've talked about.
You're gonna get
for the
Peters.
next, not for the next Kiss Krew episode, but for the next time that I decide
Why don't you
to
get Paul?
say
You'd be
surprise and do it.
album
What about a live
And do it. We'll maybe I'll put them all. I won't put Paul's in there.
But
I will show you. But I'll do that though. I'll
I'm not
put the
coming next time. It's already on record.
But it's not going to be the next time we do it
Digital.
though.
It's
not
on
gonna be the
digital.
next time we do it. So I'm going to have another a topic for us for the next Kiss Krew, and I think that's going to be in. Actually, the next Kiss Krew episode is going to be the Kiss Krew's wrap up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Scott,
That's okay. That's
you're
all
welcome
right.
to come. You're welcome to come.
I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it.
So Scott will attend as well, so we can give BC and BB the night off again. So I think the next Kiss Krew episode will be a Kiss Krew's wrap up. Maybe we can get Rich here as well,
I'm sure we'll get rich.
so we could do that as well. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Before we roll out, let's talk briefly about the latest Kiss album that came out off the soundboard. Des Moines. Not Des Moines or Des Moines or Des Moines. It's Des Moines, Iowa. Off the soundboard came out like probably about a month ago from when you guys are hearing this. And
About a month ago.
from 1977. So I know we all of us here have it, with the exception of Dylan. I don't know if Dylan even listened to it.
Bits and pieces.
What'd you think, Scott?
Fantastic. I mean, it's Kiss at the height. I mean, probably at the height of their popularity. Maybe 76, but yeah. I mean, performances are great. I think it's fantastic. I actually like out of all the off the soundboards, this is my favorite. And I think the mix is probably the best out of all of them too. You could really hear the guitar. I mean, you could really hear Ace pretty clearly, and I mean I think it's just great. I mean, it's Kiss at their commercial peak anyway, countrywide, worldwide. Wish I could have seen it, man. I wish I could have seen this tour back in the day. And this was after this was after Alive 2, because I think Alive 2 was released.
This
in
was
October.
from the Alive 2 tour.
Yeah. I mean, this is
So
when
you
I
didn't
got
get
into
Hooligan,
that.
you didn't get Take Me,
Right, but they did King of the Nighttime World,
and you didn't get Do You Love Me either.
Right. But I mean, it's you can't go wrong. And I actually, it was interesting. I thought the echo effects on Paul's vocals were kind of cool too. They had the right.
Yeah. I like it. I really do. It's my favorite as well of the soundboard ones. People are complaining about the sound or whatever, but you know what? That's what these guys sound like back then. I think it's cool that the band gets introduced at the end.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of different.
It's different.
Now, Dylan, you probably didn't listen to this yet, did you?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Now, I know you love on Kiss Alive on Rock and Roll Night when he goes, "What?"
Yeah, I do.
On Rock and Roll Night on this one, I think it's Ace goes, "Mommy." Did you guys hear that?
I didn't hear that.
It's like after the solo, it's one of the choruses. You hear him go, "Mommy."
Are you serious?
I swear to God, I'll play it for you at the end.
guitar.
I fucking love it.
Oh my God.
It's fucking hilarious. I'm like, what the fuck was that? I'm like rewinding it. I'm like, holy shit. And the set list for this one is I Stole Your Love, King of the Nighttime World, Ladies Room, Firehouse, Love Gun, Let Me Go Rock and Roll, Making Love, Christine 16, Shock Me with the solo, I Want You, Calling Dr. Love, Shout It Out Loud, God of Thunder with the bass solo and the drum solo on it, Rock and Roll All Night, Detroit Rock City, Beth, and Black Diamond. I like it. I like that there's different little banter than you are so used to on Kiss Alive.
Yeah.
I like little things like that. Great to hear "I Stole Your Love" as the opening track in the set. Firehouse is great. You get an extended siren time with when Gene would do the fire. Love Gun, you don't get the Paul spiel. Let Me Go Rock Roll is like the abbreviated version. You get maybe a third of how long it is on Kiss Alive. It's just a quick version, which I don't mind. I like it. Making Love is great. Christine 16, Shock Me. The solo, it grates a little bit. It's a little long in the tooth. But
bit.
that wasn't more of a it was more of a visual thing. You don't get the condensed version that you do of the guitar solo on Kiss Alive.
That was
Same
cut.
with the drum solo as well.
cut, yeah.
And on God of Thunder, you get a little bit of on Alive 2, you get a little bit of the Gene thing. You get the whole Gene blood thing on this one, and then you get the whole drum solo as well. So that's like a 15-minute song on this, I believe. You get the Mommy and Rock and Roll All Night. Detroit Rock City is really good. Beth is Beth, and Black Diamond's pretty rocking. What'd you think, Roberto?
I enjoy it, and there's a couple of reasons why. I like that it's a little bit faster. It gives you a
Very
different
quick.
take on. It's even faster than Alive 2.
Yeah.
Especially like Firehouse. There's a couple of them that are really, really quick songs. And I also like Gene. He seems like he's a little bit more, more growly on this one than Alive 2. Like he was in that like kind of growl stage at this time. But yeah, I enjoy it a lot. I mean, I like Tokyo as well. But I'm on the fence of which one I like more. But I'm shooting for this one, but Tokyo is a very good one as well.
Yeah.
Out of the four of them that are out so far, those two are my favorite.
What do you think, Granza?
I only listened to it twice, and it's, what can you say? It's classic Kiss at their peak. You know what I mean? I hate to say it, but sometimes Paul just needs to just
Shut up.
and just go into the song. You know, it just, even back then, it was too much talk.
But he doesn't do. They're very
Actually, this one
They're
is
very
a lot
short
different.
on
Which
this
I'm
one.
sure they're probably spliced down, though.
Oh yeah.
You think?
I think so.
Oh, I do too.
There's been some work, a little bit of work done on this, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just needs to just tone it down a little bit, you know?
That's your boy.
I know, but like he was like the Des Moines, and it's just going on, and
And the guy announces it Des Moines.
Yeah, he does.
I'm
We
like,
noticed that.
Du Bois.
come on, buddy. Paul says Des Moines, though.
Yeah,
I wonder if he also pronounced it Illinois.
We've been waiting a long time to get back to Iowa, said only Paul Stanley ever. You know what I mean? No offense to anybody in Iowa,
that
but
did sound a little weird.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? No offense to Iowa, but like, come on.
We have no other reason to come here.
yeah.
But I think it's fun. I'm glad that they're doing this.
Yeah.
I hope that they continue it.
Yeah.
Just real quick
80s
before we
one.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll go around the table, do a wrap up, and like say which one you would hope they would do next. Rob.
Yeah, probably something from the '80s. Probably something like an Animalize or even a Crazy Nights one. Right around that era, I think would be really like sound wise, would be pretty awesome. And that's all I got.
All right. Well, I'd say we'll wrap up about the episode and stuff, like as well.
Oh, I had fun. It was awesome. You know, cool topics, different. You know, spinning the wheel. Never did that before, but it was fresh. It was different. It was cool.
All right. Scotty.
For the next off the soundboard, yeah, I agree. 80s. We got to get Eric Carr. We got to get something represented by Eric Carr. I mean, the poor guy's never had a live album officially released besides Live Uncensored, and that's just a freaking crime. So get anything with Eric Carr on it. I'm all for it. As in regards to the episode, it's great. You know, I always love being with the guys. You know, hanging out with the crew, talking about these topics, the love of the band. I wish I had a time machine sometimes to go back and, you know, relive. Wish I could see this show back then. You know, I wish we could all experience it together.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for having me on. It's always a lot of fun, and I always enjoy the diverse opinions of the group.
Especially.
Well, he's nuts.
He's pointing at me. Shocking. What do you got, buddy?
Jeez, I even forget what the hell were we talking
Next
about?
soundboard to
Oh,
start.
the next soundboard. I would have to. Hopefully, it would be either Asylum or Crazy Nights, because Live Uncensored is already out, so we kind of
Right.
do that.
Yeah.
There's a ton of stuff from Hot in the Shade that you can kind of go to on YouTube and watch. So I'm kind of hoping it's either one of those, or Lick It Up even. You know, that would be a cool one. But Asylum or Crazy Nights, as long as it's not the one from Tokyo. And then, you know, the Kiss episodes are good. I like the way we kind of bounce.
Banter.
Yeah, you know. I don't agree with everything you guys say. I got a lot of problem with you people, like I said before. But it's all fun and good till somebody loses an eye or something.
Or something.
That's coming.
You're fucking right it's coming. You keep up your nonsense.
The cruise is only a couple weeks
Fucking
away.
right. There might be a man overboard. And I'm lifting now, so I'll get you up.
It'll be me and Rob, the two of us. We'll toss you fucking right
I'm going to
overboard.
pull you in the backbreaker in that fucking room.
I'm going to put the Cobra clutch on you. You're going to be done.
You're not even going to get that close.
You're going to be done. Oh, in the middle of the night, you're getting the Cobra clutch, motherfucker.
Stub his toe
He
or
almost
something.
Cobra clutched you
Crying.
this last weekend. He almost clutched you this last weekend. You didn't even know it.
You were dead asleep.
I was murdered.
How about you, Dylan? What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, it's always fun having the Kiss Krew on. Always a pleasure to edit. It's fun talking about Kiss, and you could listen to a lot of the songs that we talked about tonight, except the songs off of Sonic Boom on our Spotify playlist of the week. Sonic Boom, get on streaming. As for a soundboard, I would really, like everybody said, I would like Eric Carr to be represented. It just seems like a crying shame that one of like the nicest members of the Kiss family has no representation in a live album. And I think it would also be interesting to do kind of like the Unmasked era as well, like Unmasked or Dynasty, just like to hear those kind of songs would be very interesting. Like I've heard like the Alive songs, and I've heard the Alive 2 songs. You know, I want to hear like a different mix of songs. You know, I want to hear songs that I don't have on a live album. So, you know, that's kind of my hope for a future soundboard.
Nice.
Good call.
Yeah, once again, thank you, Kiss Krew. Thank you, Dylan. Thanks, BC. I love these episodes. These are some of my favorite episodes. You guys are my Kiss family. Rob, Chris, and myself be on Kiss Krew's 11. Scott, we are going to miss you terribly on the on this
Have
Kiss
a drink
cruise.
for me.
Well, we'll have more than one for sure.
I'm not drinking this time.
Your ass.
Yeah.
But you still buying the fucking drink package?
No.
Yeah, you are.
Look at him. Look at him.
I'm out.
Look at him.
I'm out.
Look at
Your
him.
ass.
You're off the boat.
Anyway,
My
guys,
room.
We'll
awesome
leave you
having
at
you
the
here.
airport.
I wanted to do a different kind of episode. I wanted to just kind of break away where no one had to do any preparation. Just come in and just talk Kiss. Just randomly pick something and we did the wheel, which is great.
I thought that was a good idea when I was walking
very
out the
good.
door today. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm getting into, and I don't even have to prepare for anything.
Yep.
Right.
And I like to do. I've been trying to kind of streamline stuff where even for our regular for BC, BB, and Dylan and myself to not have to do so much crazy preparation for episodes and stuff. I've been kind of spreading stuff out, and I have a lot more stuff planned like that coming out too in future episodes as well. So everybody's just so you know, but always a blast. Had an awesome time with you guys in Atlantic City last weekend. Sorry BB couldn't be here to put his thoughts in about the Atlantic City thing as well. He's working. Actually, that was him. He heard dent going by with the fire truck going on a call. But this was a fun episode. I liked it, and I thought it was fun, and I just wanted to do something different. And like I said, it was weird that we didn't get like a Lick It Up or Creatures or Animalize, Asylum, Crazy Nights. Crazy Nights came out.
We didn't get the good stuff.
Yeah. So, wait for the good stuff.
Right.
How about your off the soundboard?
So, my off the soundboard, I kind of agree with you guys. I think that they need to do something to represent the Eric Carr era, whether it be Unmasked or Animalized Live Uncensored. We've had that. We've seen that a million times. I hope that they don't rehash that. I want to see something fresh that we haven't heard before, like a Lick It Up show or Asylum, or even Crazy Nights, or even Hot in the Shade would be cool.
Yeah.
But when they do it, I hope that
Hot in the Shade, they did so many of the old songs.
right.
Yeah, for that tour.
Right. But I would like to see
You
a
know what I
show
mean?
like
That's the
either
problem.
Asylum or Lick It Up or Crazy Nights, where you get more of that '80s stuff. I want to see that, because I mean, Paul was at the peak of his voice at that time. He was.
Oh, yeah.
And they were firing on all cylinders. And even the older songs you're going to get in there, you're going to hear that different Eric Carr drumming on those songs.
Yeah.
You're going to get that. You're going to get that vibe. I hope that whatever's going on between the Kiss camp and the Eric Carr family or whatever's going on there, I hope that doesn't interfere with putting out what us fans want to hear. I hope that doesn't affect
I hope
that.
that's not a factor.
I hope it's not a factor. I hope it doesn't affect it.
No, not that
I
we
just
know
want to
of, but-
see something for us fans that we
Right.
haven't seen. Something, because even like this one, I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool that they're doing the Des Moines one,
Yeah.
and it was the Donington one was great. That was
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I
a
mean?
good one, yeah.
Like the only one that I think kind of sucked was the Virginia Beach one.
Yeah,
That was kind of the Tokyo one was cool, because
Tokyo was
that's an
pretty cool,
unusual lineup. It's
Yeah.
Ace, Eric Singer,
Eric Singer.
Paul and Gene.
And his drumming's fantastic.
And there was only so many shows with that lineup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we got to hear the original band for the Donington one, which was cool. So I hope that they would
Something
throw
for everybody.
the Eric Carr camp a bone, whether it be a Vinny show, or imagine if they put out one of the two shows that Mark St. John played.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. What if they did a little mixture? They threw a little Dynasty, and then they threw a little Unmasked, then they threw a little Animalized.
That's not off the soundboard.
No, I think it's got to be one show. It's got to be a show. I think it's got to be a show.
It's got to be off the soundboard.
Yeah, I think it's got to be a show.
Right.
Yeah,
You was
I don't.
We're
Yeah.
just throwing- what if they do off the soundboard greatest hits?
Whatever.
Or
That's an album.
rare gems, or
That's an album.
unheard cuts, or,
Or
something like
if,
that.
I'm gonna say if they're gonna do anything cuts like that, do the best deep tracks from the Kiss Cruises.
There you go.
Because they got to be recording
Right.
those.
Oh yeah.
They are, well, because I got the vinyl from the last Kiss
How's
Cruise.
the quality?
I honestly didn't even open it up yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
Some dude was selling them.
Wow. And then
I'm sorry, everybody out there. It's not an official Kiss product.
We are one from the Cruise will be on there. Yes.
That'll be. I will
That'll
get
be
off my
awesome.
ass to pick
Why didn't you
that
tell
fucking
me that
video
you were
up.
getting that? You see how he is?
I've seen it, but I was afraid of the quality, and we still
Doesn't
don't
matter.
know
You're not
yet.
going to open it.
I think you're still.
No, I'd
Why?
open that.
I buy my shit though. I buy all my stuff to play.
That
I
I
open
would
everything
open. It's
I
not an
get.
official release. It's
I don't
not
even have a
nothing.
record player.
There you go.
You need to step up with that.
I got.
Get your head in the game.
Listen, let me borrow your symphony album. All right.
Negative.
I'm going to wrap this up. Guys, once again, thank you guys. Awesome. Had a blast tonight as usual. Dylan, sorry for the editing you're going to have to do here. Guys, check out some classic Kiss. Check out some new Kiss. It's all good. There's good stuff in every era of Kiss. Don't be that guy that doesn't like anything past whatever. There's great stuff out there. Check it all out. It's all good. Go to Kiss for fun, not for sophistication. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves and each other. We will see you next time. There definitely will be a next time.